Beefilla uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes, and they purchase top-of-the-quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting of foods. Beefilla's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fresh. Visit beefilla.com. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Out to Lunch with WRMN. This is your host, Matt, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin. Happy Monday, everybody. Yes, we're in the middle of September. We are starting to definitely notice some fall feels here. Not in particular with the temperatures, because we're feeling the hot weather today and throughout the rest of this week, if I do say so myself. However, that shouldn't stop you from having a good time when it comes to celebrating the fall season, the season of change. The trees aren't stopping despite the heat. The trees aren't stopping from changing. We're already noticing that here, of course. I'm noticing it in my neighborhood, and I'm also noticing it within downtown Elgin as well, or just kind of really in general everywhere. We're starting to notice the leaves changing here. We're starting to notice here too a little bit more of some fall colors as well, some good neutrals, some earthy tone neutrals, darks, as well as maybe some oranges and beiges. However the style might be that you like when it comes to the fall time as we get into the fall season. Some people out there like to wear a lot of oranges and browns, maybe even some earthy tone greens and maybe some reds or purples. Or maybe you like to keep it, of course, also, a little bit festive with Halloween, wearing, Halloween jewelry, or, wearing something that's very bright green with stripes. Or maybe you go a little bit more kind of gothic style, however the case might be. We're getting into the fall season here, even though it is temperature-wise hot outside. Let's take a look here and see what we've got here for temperatures. As again, we are seeing the temperatures are going to be, a little bit more on the warmer side here throughout the rest of this week and also into next week too. But again, shouldn't stop you from celebrating fall. We have here currently 76 degrees. We do see a high of 89 degrees today. We're going to be getting into our high later into the afternoon. A little bit earlier to mid-afternoon is when we're going to hit our high here. Currently, again, right now at 76 degrees. Not too bad. It's nice and sunny outside today. We are going to be seeing it dropping down to a low of 57 degrees as we get into tonight. Pardon me. As we get into tonight, we're going to be seeing it dropping down to a, goodness me, dropping down to a low of 57 for tonight. Tomorrow is supposed to be also mostly sunny, high of 86, low of 54. And again, it's going to be mostly sunny. So we're going to be seeing a little bit more of a dry spell coming in through here too. So it's important too, if you've got any flowers or maybe other plants that are outdoorsy, of course, to make sure to keep them hydrated and keep yourself hydrated as well too. Very important. We've got here for Wednesday in the middle of the week, sunny. We see a high of 84 degrees. Now in the earlier morning, very early morning, it is supposed to be a little bit more chillier. So we're going to be feeling a little bit more of the crisp air in the earlier morning of Wednesday, around 60 degrees in the very early morning. So probably when Marky B gets here for his first shift show around, when he starts at 6 o'clock, it'll probably be about in the 50s. And then it does go up to 84 degrees on Wednesday as we get closer into the afternoon. We see it dropping down to a low of 57 degrees as we get into Wednesday night. Thursday rolls around here. We do see mostly sunny skies. We see a high of 87 degrees. So there we go again with the higher temperatures, dropping down to a low of 61 degrees as we get into Thursday night. Friday rolls around. We see it bumping up to 89, similarly to how it is going to be today. It is supposed to be, though, partly cloudy outside. We see a high of 89 for Friday, dropping down to a low of 62 degrees for Friday night. Saturday rolls around as we get into the weekend. We see here a high of 87 and a low of 63. It is predicted on Saturday to be mostly cloudy outside. Sunday rolls around, continuing here with mostly cloudy skies. We do see it kind of staying consistent within the 70s throughout the majority of the day, kind of in the later morning to the early evening time. That's going to be coming up for Sunday. And then we do see it rolling into next week here too. Chance of showers heading on into Sunday night with a low of 63. And then even if you go into next week, Monday, we're seeing a prediction here of scattered showers throughout the day, high of 80 degrees, low of 60 for next Monday. So that's the prediction here for temperature wise as we get in through the rest of this week, as it is Monday, and into next week too. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. You had some fun things maybe to do. Maybe you just chillaxed. Maybe you watched a movie. My brother and I saw Beetlejuice. We thought it was very good, very funny. When we recently, a couple days ago, saw the original film, for the first time. It was still fresh in our minds. So there were a lot of things in the newer movie that was like, oh, I remember that from the first movie. That's a reference from the first film. And then, of course, if you're a huge Beetlejuice fan, you probably noticed even more things, too. So I thought it was very funny, and it was definitely a good film, too. So I had heard that Michael Keaton didn't want to be in the film as much, but I thought he was in this film more than in the first one, too, because in the first one, he wasn't like the main character, like, in the film all the time in every scene. But I felt like in this one he actually was in the film quite a bit. So it was fun. It was definitely a fun film. Tim Burton films are meant to be weird, and it was definitely weird too. Sometimes it's like, oh, sometimes it's very random too, which is what Tim Burton has a lot of randomness, which is a good thing. I like it. So that's why I find it funny and entertaining too. So there you go. I thought it was a very good film. You can also find it. It's still playing here. We saw it at the Marcus Theater in Elgin. So of course, with arts and entertainment here on Out to Lunch, you can check out here too. The Marcus of Elgin, as well as other theaters around the area as well. They are still playing the film too. So they are still playing that here. If you go to, for example, here, the it's the Cinema 12 in Carpentersville. Classic Cinemas 12. I do believe they might also still be playing that as well too. Yes, they are. So they are still playing these films. If you want to check them out at local, of course, theaters. Keep up to date with that, absolutely, of course. We'll go into an inspirational story here brought to you by sunnyskies.com, starting to start the day off. Now this is posted by an anonymous user on September 13th. That was on Friday the 13th. That was Friday the 13th. That worked out very well. I had a good interview with Mike and Matt, talking a little bit about Nightmare on Chicago Street, as well as their haunted houses too. So that is posted on youtube.com at WRMN Radio if you'd like to rewatch that. Or of course, if you'd like to keep up to date and rewatch any of the previous streams that we have, feel free to do that. youtube.com at WRMN Radio. Of course, you can also feel free to be a part of the conversation today as well. So let's read into this inspirational story. The title of the story is, "That Was the Last Thing I Expected to Hear." So let's drive right into it here. This user wrote, quote, "Last night at 11 p.m., so this would have been on September 12th, I was driving home. While waiting at a light, I saw a young lady on the sidewalk up ahead. She was squatting and leaning forward. I drove by wondering. A few blocks away, I turned my car around. I knew I wouldn't sleep without checking on her. When I drove up on her, she was still bent over. Her face was so close to the cement. I asked, 'Are you all right?' She goes, 'Oh, I'm fine, thanks. I was just watching a slug.' Haha, okay." She thanked me for checking on her. I drove away giggling. That was the last thing I expected to hear. So I think this user, of course, is great in the fact that she was checking up on someone, making sure that they were all right, especially at nighttime. And it turned out that she was all right. She was just acknowledging nature, a cute little slug kind of slugging its way on the sidewalk there. So a nice little funny inspirational story there. This and more, of course, can be read. You can even post your own too. That's sunnyskies.com. It is all good news. We're going to take a quick time out here, folks. When we come back, we'll discuss more here. We'll go into a little bit of the news, and then we'll also, as well too, we'll talk a little bit about oh goodness me, there is a gnat in here. That's not good. All right, I'm going to try to get rid of that thing. Get out of here. We'll be back in just a bit, folks. Stay tuned.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Summer Lake House offers the ultimate waterfront family dining experience, complete with rustic summer-inspired decor and a menu that highlights simple, handcrafted dishes prepared with locally sourced ingredients. The Wisconsin-inspired Summer Lake House, where you can enjoy a laid-back, family-friendly vibe with delicious modern American cuisine and handcrafted cocktails. Don't just go out to eat, go outside to eat. Summer Lake House on Lake Delton.
Adrenaline Monkey is located inside the Life Zone 360 building on Route 72 in West Dundee. Release your inner wild child at Adrenaline Monkey. It's the area's highest octane indoor adventure center. Perfect for the whole family too. Adventurers of all ages can try Ninja Warrior obstacles, rock climbing, vertical adventures, and aerial course. Adrenaline Monkey can also host your organization's team building programs. Half day and full day sessions are available. Visit adrenalinemonkeyfun.com/WD.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com. Beef Villa is a family-owned restaurant that has been in business for over 50 years. With homemade recipes made with quality ingredients, Beef Villa's great service and quality is served hot and fast. For the menu, catering locations, or for an application to join the Beef Villa team, visit beefvilla.com. Saturdays mean cruise nights, weather permitting, on Spring Street in South Elgin. Visit beefvilla.com. Take a historic walk through the home of America's greatest showman, Al Ringling. Located in Baraboo, Wisconsin, you can view the grand opulence on a guided tour, now hourly starting 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Weekday tours begin on the veranda and on the weekends in the tap room of the Al Ringling Brewery. Behind the mansion, kick back and try a flight of craft beers and dine at this family-friendly stop. Visit alringlingmansion.com for more information.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley. Talk the town. Hopefully you're having a good day so far. You're enjoying the beautiful weather outside today, whether you are at work, maybe you're sitting by a window. Enjoying nature, of course, is very important. You can also, of course, listen in live here, whether it's through the AM 1410 dial or also through the app is another way too, of course. Definitely a good way to do so. Listening in, coming in nice and clear with the touch of a button. You can listen to us anywhere. How to find us, of course, visit our website, WRMN AM 1410, located here in downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. Watch us live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. Like I do always say, of course, if you would like to like the video, you can. If you want to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell. You can do that. Doesn't cost you anything. You can keep up to date in the loop with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and with WRMN, of course. And also, of course, listen live here. Use the app. The app with the touch of a button can listen to us no matter where you are, and it's nice and clear too. So that's WRMN Radio. That's the app that you can check out here on the App Store, or you can also find it on Google Play for Samsung. Now, this is listed as the online Radio Box radio player. Download that app. It's got 5 million plus downloads, so that's a lot of downloads. Lots of people use it. You can find radio stations from all over the world using that app too. So there you go. Feel free to check that out. Again, WRMN AM 1410, celebrating 75 years of community broadcasting. You're listening to Out to Lunch with WRMN. We did go through the weather here. What I do want to go through, of course, is some news as well. Now, of course, for those of you who know that it was, well, there were some bullets that were dodged on the golf course. This is the FBI saying, of course, about Donald Trump was the target of what appears to be an attempted assassination again at his golf club in West Palm Beach, Florida. That was on Sunday, just 9 weeks after the Republican presidential nominee survived another attempt on his life. The former president said he was safe and well, too. So that was by the Washington Post. They had posted that, too. The incident was the latest jarring moment in a campaign year marked by unprecedented upheaval, really. So definitely a very interesting a year that it has that it's been. So that was posted not long ago. That was on Sunday. So there you go. Some other things here too. Going to foxvalleymagazine.com, reading a little bit about the foxvalleymagazine.com. This was posted yesterday following a case which an Oswego teen was killed in a tragic car crash. This was posted yesterday by foxvalleymagazine.com, and it was updated today. So reading a little bit about this here, an Oswego teenager is dead after a vehicle he was driving caught fire after hitting a tree in unincorporated Oswego Friday evening. The Kendall County Sheriff's Office is investigating the incident, which occurred at approximately 8:51 p.m. Friday evening on Minkler Road near the intersection with Reservation Road. That's where the intersection was. The preliminary investigation indicated that a vehicle driven by 17-year-old Sean Fader of Oswego was traveling southbound on Minkler Road when the car left the roadway, striking a tree and catching fire. Fader was the only occupant in the vehicle and was pronounced deceased at the scene of the crash. This investigation is ongoing and is being coordinated along with the Kendall County Coroner's Office. As well there too. So that was posted on foxvalleymagazine.com. We of course have other news here too about the Kane County Sheriffs using the K9 Hudson commemoration ceremony as well too. That was also posted. That was the K9 Hudson. That was Kane County Sheriff's K9 15, who passed away in May of 2023. So it's a nice little ceremony there as well too. So there you go. So a lot of this information, again, is posted. This is on foxvalleymagazine.com. Again, foxvalleymagazine.com. You can find lots of great information on there, too. And also check out things when it's related to dining as well. So we do want to, of course, touch base here with the Karras family. Bob Karras, as you know him, bringing the new Squire Ale House to Campton Hills. He's a restaurateur. And of course, as you know him as well, Bob Karras has lots of great restaurants, including Village Squire, including Alexander's. Very good place to get some good breakfast. They also have really good coffee there too that I do love. So restaurateur Bob Karras bringing the new Squire Ale House to Campton Hills. Very nice. It says here, quote, Bob Karras just can't sit still. He's got some great restaurants, as you know it, Rookie's also being one of them as well. Always great food and awesome service. The owner of the Karras Restaurants Groups, which owns and operates Village Squire, Rookie's restaurant chains, as well as Old Republic, Alexander's Cafe as well, is continuing to pursue a growth strategy that seems endless. having opened up 3 new Rookies locations in the last couple of years, one of which involved taking over the Rock House Theater in West Dundee to create an entirely new Rookies concept, a working music venue, and having just celebrated the 50th anniversary of the venerable flagship of the Village Choir chain. Yes, celebrating 50 years this year. Very nice. He is done launching yet another venue to add to his empire, his wonderful empire, delicious empire too. Yes. And that's the Squire Ale House in Campton Hills. There you go. So that is, that's the Squire Ale House in Campton Hills here. The new venue has been in the works since Carriage purchased the Lodge property a couple years ago. The building has been vacant for years, but Karras saw the potential and he went for it, which is good. That means that he keeps going. That's a good thing too. You know, when you own a business like that, you keep going. And the name implies, as the name implies, Squire Ale House will be something of a departure from its traditional Village Squire restaurants. This is good information to know. While retaining many of the elements that have made the original brand so successful, the new location will be what Karras describes as, quote, a tavern with combination of homegrown standard and craft brews and a menu of course, including the burgers. So, I'm going to have to try it. Ribs, and Village Squire's famous roasted chicken. Bringing back the Lodge's popular rotisserie chicken is also part of the plan. Karras writes here, quote, we are excited to bring our new Squire concept to Campton Hills. And he said that while he was also reiterating that the new venue will also indeed have s'mores. And of course, the very good Mai Tais that are popular in both his Village Squire and Rookies venues too. Yeah, I've had the Mai Tais at Village Squire. They're very good. Squire Ale House will also offer live music nightly, a newly created outdoor patio, and also a gaming room too. According to Karras, the restaurant is expected to open in late October or early November. Pretty exciting too. So if you do want to read a little bit of information on that, that is under dining here on foxvalleymagazine.com. That's foxvalleymagazine.com. You can also look back at the beers of the month as we are in September, as well as the wines of the month, as well as some featured dishes. Yes. So if you want to check that out, get some good places to go to, absolutely you want to do that as well too. So very, very nice. In the comments here, we have Gary, you know him as Uncle Gare, joining in the comments today. Hello. Says, didn't you know Hudson's handler? Yes, I went to school with him. Officer, oh my goodness. It's blanking on me. I'm going to have to double check and look. Double check and look in my brain and try to remember here, because we're going to take a time out in about 30 seconds or so. So I'll have to try to remember on who it was. I went to school with him. He was in my computer class. Yes. So that was already been a year. It's already been about a year already since that happened. A year since that's happened already. Interesting. The time for me has flown by very fast. So there you go. It's definitely flown by very fast for me. And the time is flowing by fast here now as we get into the bottom of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. When we come back, Officer Weston. Yes. Yep, Officer Luke Weston. That's right. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Dad. Thanks for commenting. I appreciate it. That about it. He said, Luke question mark? I go, Luke Weston. Yes, of course. He was a funny guy. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more after these messages. Again, you're listening to WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit. One place I wanted to talk about today is in honor of Catherine, because it was one of her favorite places to go to. So I want to talk about it in honor of her today. So stay tuned for that. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan. Brought to you by the U.S. Postal Service. Governor J.B. Pritzker announced in collaboration with the Illinois Department of Transportation, Union Pacific Railroad, and Metra the return of intercity passenger rail service connecting Chicago to Rockford. The revived route will include stops in Elgin, Huntley, and Belvedere. You can learn about the project at an informational meeting at the Center of Elgin September 17th from 4 to 7 p.m. The city of Elgin set to host a Transparency Hub Interest Night on September 18th at the Elgin Moose Lodge from 6 to 7 p.m. The event promises attendees a close look at the resources and information available through Elgin's Transparency Hub. In Palatine, a 21-year-old Juan Castro Alvarez of South Elgin faces legal consequences with multiple felony charges for alleged sex crimes against a juvenile. The charges include predatory criminal sexual assault, grooming, and traveling to meet a minor. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Cubs beat the Rockies 6-2 Sunday in Denver. Kyle Hendricks got the win, 7 strikeouts over 6 full. He's 4-11 with the victory. 2 homers in the win for Michael Busch. The Cubs are 5 games out of the last National League wild card. The White Sox beat the A's 4-3. 2 straight wins for the Sox. That's the first time they've done that in nearly 3 months. With 12 games left, the Sox are 35-115. They're trying to avoid the 120 loss mark set by the 1962 expansion New York Mets. The Texans held on to beat the Bears 19-13 last night. Houston 2-0 with the win. Chicago drops to 1-1. Caleb Williams, 23 of 37 passing for 174 yards. No touchdown passes. He was picked off twice. Chicago's offensive line led the rookie quarterback down. He got sacked 7 times for a loss of 40 yards.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Free and Gentle. This back to school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin. It's a beautiful sunny day outside today. Hopefully you're enjoying your day so far. If you want to be a part of the conversation, feel free to comment live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. If you want to hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell. You can keep up to date and in the loop with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley, and of course, with WRMN. So what I wanted to talk about today is a place And I'm doing this in honor of, as you know her as Crazy Cat. I never called her Crazy Cat. I just always called her Catherine. And she very much lived a very good life. And she was always very sweet, very interactive, part of the radio station for many years. Even if she was just driving by and waving, you know, and she will be greatly missed. But lots of great memories with her. Had a lot of great conversations with her as well. I have lots of great memories talking to her. She was very affectionate. She also was very caring as well. She went to, one of the places she loved going to was Restore Habitat for Humanity. Because she loved getting frames and furniture there too for her home. And she saw something along the way one time and got me a frame, which I still have in my room. I've got a painting I did of my great grandma and her brother that I have in that frame too, blown up, and it's in the frame that she gave me. It's like a nice wooden frame. So I remember that, of course. Lots of other great memories as well. And one of the places that she loved going to was Paul's Family Restaurant. So in honor of Catherine, I want to, of course, talk about Paul's Family Restaurant. Great place to go to, and also a little bit of a celebration that was not too long ago. It was Mr. Paul's 96-year young birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Paul. Very nice. Elaine posted on September 14th, a very happy birthday to my dad and our founder, John Paul. And he's 96 years young. He looks amazing. He still has so much energy. I mean, the tables were made by him, handmade by him too, which is just awesome. And they're just such a wonderful family. And I'm so happy that they are here within the Elgin area, serving the community. Check it out, Paul's Family Restaurant. They always post on their Facebook page a lot too. Elaine always is very active on Facebook. So very, very nice. Some recent things that they got: apple cider skull cake donuts. Very, very cool. I think I know who made those. I think it was oh goodness. Now the name's blanking on me. See, I'm not good at names. I'm good at faces, but I'm not good at names. Danielle, I think, makes those. Very cool. So there's a lot of cool things that you can get here. Delicious options, of course. Apple caramel upside down cake, chocolate chip pumpkin cupcakes. Oh my goodness, for the fall season. Absolutely, of course. You should definitely try that, especially if you're a big pumpkin eater. Yes. So check it out, Paul's Family Restaurant. That's paulsofelgin.com, located at 1300 Lawrence Avenue and also at the corner of McLean and Elgin. They are closed today, so they're always closed on Mondays for the day off. But then they're going to be open Tuesday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I encourage you go on out there, give them a try. They also have some, they serve vegetarian dishes, all-day diner of ample servings of comfort fare, breakfast, soups, and desserts. I always like when I go out for breakfast, if I go out to breakfast there, I like getting their sausage and cheese omelet is a favorite of mine. I also do like their Italian beef. You can get it kind of as a French dip style too, so you can customize your order. They have good burgers there too. You can also get biscuits and gravy, which is usually something, if we go out to Paul's, something that my parents get on the side with their meal too. And sometimes, I take a little nibble here and there. So good place to go to. Now, if you want to check out their website, it's paulsofelgin.com. So it's paulsofelgin.com. That's the website to go to give them a try. Absolutely. Again, their comfort food. They have their delicious homemade pastries, house-cut steaks and chops, and their 2 daily made from scratch soups. So you can definitely enjoy it for yourself too. You can also, of course, inquire on their catering. So if you would like to cater, they can cater to your next event. They also do offer, of course, private events too. So if you want to check that out, that's all on their menu. That's on their website, paulsofelgin.com. And now, of course, you can also check out here too their menu. You can download it for PDF, so you can have it for yourself too. You can try their customer favorites, including their 4 mini waffles. A nice little breakfast option to choose from to get you started in the mornings here. You can even try Paul's homemade breakfast quiche. Incorporated is spinach, onions, mushrooms, maplewood bacon, ham, Swiss, American cheeses, and is served with fresh fruit. The prices are unbeatable here as well, too, for the quality that you're getting. You can also try their corned beef hash, which is also pretty popular, I've heard there, too. You can try their steaks and chops. They offer their skirt steak, New York strip, their pork chops, and you can even do steak with eggs, so you can do like a steak and eggs. That's also kind of a little bit more of a fancier breakfast too. Sometimes people like to just go for the eggs and bacon. Sometimes you want to get a little fancy, and you can go with the steak. Sounds pretty good. They also do offer crepes. You can get pancakes, and this is all just for breakfast too. Now, of course, you can also find their lunch menu there as well, which is available on their website too. You can find that there. They offer their lunch and dinner menu that you can also download for yourself as well. They offer roast turkey with dressing. You can even try a nice little appetizer too. They have their coconut shrimp, mozzarella cheese sticks. You can do a big basket of breaded onion rings. Sounds pretty tasty. They even also do offer chicken Kiev. Now, chicken Kiev, I have to say, I don't usually see that from my experience going out to a restaurant and taking a look at a menu. I don't usually see chicken Kiev on the menu a whole lot, so that's good. They've got chicken Kievs served with potato or rice and a vegetable with a soup or salad that you can also get there too. They also do offer jumbo fried shrimp, so this is in their fish section, fried catfish, baked haddock, and more too. You can also try their chicken fajitas, hot sandwiches, including their hot beef sandwich or hot turkey sandwich. They offer their burgers. You can try their patty melt as well. That's something that my mom likes to get at Paul's. If we go out for a burger and we go to Paul's, she likes getting the patty melts. You can also try their cheddar bacon Texas burger. And you know it's a Texas style because you get the crisp bacon on there too. And they also do offer, you could probably get barbecue sauce on there too if you really want it Texas style. You can also try their turkey bacon club sandwiches, BLTs, Italian beef, which is very good. And again, you can even get it served with the au jus sauce on the side and topped with mozzarella cheese, so that it can kind of feel a little bit more like a French dip. It's very good. You can also try their mini burgers. The beef mini burgers are pretty good too. You can try their salads. They have a long list of different salads to choose from, always made fresh. Lots of things are locally grown in their garden. You can also try their lighter fares as well. So you can do like, you can do hot dogs. They have spanakopita. You can also try their stuffed avocados, tomatoes, Philly cheese, steak, and more. So good to check out. And of course, nothing beats also ending the meal with a nice dessert. Always a good dessert there too. You can get their very nice light cake. You can get their pies. They offer cupcakes. Things all located in their front counter on display, beautifully on display for the world to see, so that you can choose it yourself too, of course. So very, very nice. Always fun to do that too. You're like, oh, what's for dessert? Well, let's just go up to the counter and up to the case and see what they've got. Take a little look in there and see all the deliciousness. So always very tempting when we go to Paul's. We're like, do I want dessert? The food's very filling, which is good. You come hungry and you leave happy and not hungry anymore. But sometimes you got to save room for dessert, right? Of course you can. Of course. And the cake is nice and fluffy too. The frosting isn't overly sweet. I've said before too, I'm not a huge fan of like overly sweet frosting. This is just right. It's like a nice whipped frosting. So it's very good. So I definitely recommend it. This is again at paulsofelgin.com. That's the website that you can go to. Again, that's paulsofelgin.com. Go to check it out. Taking a look at the time here, it is 10:44. We're going to take another quick time out. When I come back, I have a testimonial. Yes, I do. So stay tuned for that. It's another local Elgin business here that I want to give recognition to. Tell you a little bit about them here too and my experience. And maybe if you want to also tell us your experience as well, feel free to be a part of the conversation here. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN here in just a bit. Roll into Bolero in Algonquin or Roselle and wake up with a story to tell. Bolero is bowling, gaming, dining, and nightlife with a twist. Score a sweet deal every day of the week and save big by checking out the daily deals online. Team up with your friends and hit the lanes by forming your own social club. Clubs offer lively competition and laid-back fun for everyone. From beginners to pros, make new friends, bowl, and hang out at a happening place. Visit Bolero.com.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to talk to you about my bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates of deposit, or does your personal banker treat you like a stranger? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're ready for a new banking experience, and American Eagle is the place for you. American Eagle is a locally owned independent bank that's rooted in the community, and American Eagle customers are greeted by name and treated with the respect that they deserve. American Eagle has an innovative program, Eagle Savings, that teaches your children to save while earning prizes and rewards. American Eagle offers great rates on certificates of deposit. My bank is located in South Elgin on Randall Road between the Target and Caputo's and is open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 847-742-7400 and a real person will answer the phone. American Eagle Bank, a place where you matter.
Over time, you want to work less of it, so you need your crop protection to work more of it. When you add Taparan or Last Chance Pro adjuvants from CHS, they will. Designed for maximum efficacy, Last Chance Pro improves the uptake and translocation of herbicides, while Taparan helps activate herbicides for better performance against tough-to-control weeds. Ask your local CHS retailer how Taparan and Last Chance Pro adjuvants can put your crop protection to work.
Thanks for listening to WRMN 1410. Don't forget to join us every day for our Comfort Keepers feature. Comfort Keepers is a leading provider of in-home non-medical care for seniors and other adults in need of assistance with daily activities. Again, listen daily at 7:25 a.m. for our Comfort Keepers feature. And thanks for listening.
Go out for Chinese tonight at the China House, 1900 Sycamore Road in DeKalb. Enjoy a platter for two, which includes Shanghai shrimp rolls, beef teriyaki, crab rangoon, spare ribs, as well as chicken wings and shrimp. The China House also offers all Chinese favorites, as well as sushi and hibachi, plus American food and ice cream. Try seafood, beef, chicken, sushi, and more from their most popular buffet items. Let China House tempt your taste buds. Call 815-748-0032.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. Feel free to be a part of the conversation. Feel free to comment live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio if you'd like to do that. Don't forget, we also do have our Image 360 info line. That's 505-926-1410. Again, 505-926-1410. That's the number to text through the text line there. So there you go. Absolutely. So let's take a look here. I wanted to give a testimonial on that place that I went to on Saturday here. I went to a good place on Saturday. Now on Saturday, what I did was I helped man a couple shows in fact here. So last Saturday, I helped to, was behind the board for On the Rise. And that was a good time. I had a good time doing that too. Very interesting show. I'm not a huge sports person, but it was very interesting to listen to them too. So that's On the Rise on Saturdays. That is from 8 to 10. So that's 8 to 10. Then you get 10 to 12. 10 to 12 is The Truth About Chicago Sports with Marcus Mack. Awesome guy indeed. Yes, give him ringing the bell for him too. He's very well spoken and very knowledgeable as well too. So he manned his own show here He was behind the board and live streamed as well. Then that went on until 12. Then 12 to 1, I was joining in with the new show here, Chief Guard of the Republic, with Michael Tuman. Had some good conversations there too. We had a lot of comments on the YouTube chat side things as well, and also a call or two that came in as well. So that's on Saturdays from 12 to 1. It's in replacement of the Four Corners Radio with Bill Pellerinos. So that was a good time as well. Very nice guy. So that's on Saturdays. That's on Saturdays. There you go. Now, taking a look here, let's get into the testimonial. Now, as you know, the downtown Elgin area, as someone who has lived in Elgin most of his life, there are a lot of places that I by now should have gone to and I haven't yet. So I said to myself, okay, I'm going to try a place for coffee. I'm a big coffee drinker. As you know, I've gotten coffee from the, of course, big corporations, big brands. And as well as, of course, local too. Vieta Coffee, very good coffee. I used to get coffee when it was Meraki Market Hub, which is soon coming up next month to be Churros and Chocolate. You can also get coffee there too. So I'll definitely be giving them a testimonial too in the near future when they arrive at 66 South Grove right here in Elgin. But another place I've been to, and I also want to, of course, give a shout out to Blue Box as well. Also very good coffee. Also there too. So we've had a lot of great coffee places, even ones that are no longer with us here in the Elgin area, like Highland Cafe was another one that had good coffee as well too. So Arabica was another one that had good coffee. Always good places to get coffee. One place I had never been to before until Saturday was Sugar and Rhyme. Sugar and Rhyme. Now, Sugar and Rhyme here, and I'll show it on the screen so you can see it. They're located here in downtown Elgin. They're at 203 East Chicago Street. They are going to be closed today and tomorrow. They're open Wednesday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, I'm going to walk you through the experience that I had. So you go to the building. They've got some nice colors there, too. So the outside of the building is a nice green color there. You walk in, they're at 203, not 203 and a half, but 203. When you walk in, you are welcomed by the fresh scent of baked goods. And I mean this wholeheartedly, too. It smelled almost exactly like how I remember Piece of Cake Bakery smelling. If you are familiar with Piece of Cake Bakery that was in West Dundee, smells almost identical to that too. So it brought back the childhood memory of Piece of Cake Bakery when I stepped into the foyer main area too. They have nice comfortable seating, including an older chair too. It looked like maybe it was from the 1900s. So of course I had to sit on the chair because that was fun. They also have a nice little windowsill. You can't see it here. Maybe there's a picture I can show you. Yeah, so they have a nice little windowsill. Tons of different flyers, brochures. I made sure to pick up a couple here too, which if time allows, I'll talk about one of them today. So you can get some good brochures. They have comfortable seating, a nice relaxed atmosphere too. It's limited seating, so they only have a couple tables and chairs and some chairs here, but it's a very relaxing place to go to. You walk up here. What you do is when you walk up, you pass a nice little extra coffee station that's featured here too. So you can do half and half. You can do whole milk. They offer nice little straws that you can mix your coffee with. They offer different sweeteners, including sugar, Splenda, all of those too. And they have some extra napkins there as well. So you walk up to the case. They have a good list of a good selection of things to choose from here at Sugar and Rhyme. You can try their muffins. Now, what I had was their blueberry muffin. It was delicious, especially heated up too. They heated it up. It came in a nice box, a nice little box. It was like a cardboard box. It was a little bit higher quality of a box that it came into. It wasn't super flimsy, because sometimes there's some places you go to and the boxes can be a little bit flimsy, or the carriers can be a little bit flimsy. The coffee carrier that I had was nice and sturdy too. I got 2 coffees. I got an iced Americano. So they did an iced Americano. I got one for me and my brother. We both enjoyed it. I thought the prices were also very reasonable as well. So for 2 iced coffees, 16-ounce coffees, And then the blueberry muffin, it came to $9, which to me, I feel like is not that bad considering that we are noticing that increase in food costs as well too. So I thought the price was pretty good for 2 coffees, which, I mean, you go to a regular place, you go to Starbucks, it's like $12. It's like, what? For just to the coffees. So I thought that was a good deal. Plus you get the muffin too. They also do offer, of course, you can get croissants that they have there as well. They have cinnamon rolls, which look really, really good too. So I definitely do want to stop in again a couple more times and try out some of their delicious options. You can get hot cocoa there as well. Again, those cinnamon rolls look absolutely delicious that you can get there. And you can get it, of course, in their cups, or you can also get it into the to-go cup as well too. So thought it was a very nice place, and it's called Sugar and Rhyme. Now, if you go to their website, sugarandrhyme.com, they say here, quote, something to sip, something to snack, breakfast and lunch, sugar in stacks. There's the sugar, here's the rhyme. Grab a sweet, a chair, and have a good time. That's nice. A nice little poem rhyme there to, of course, commemorate Sugar and Rhyme. So you got a nice rhyme there as well. You can check them out here too. They proudly serve collecto coffee is what they serve. They offer artisan crafted croissants, rolls, and more. You can try their coffees and teas, rich and aromatic beverages. And again, the smell in there too is really nice. It's a nice, fresh baked bakery smell. It's very sweet in there too, the smell. It's also a little bit chilly too, which is nice when you go into a bakery and it's a little bit chilly, not too chilly, but just a little bit, you know that they're keeping things nice and fresh there too. You can enjoy, of course, yourself. You can make yourself at home there. You can drop by for a bite. It's a nice little place to get some good food. Nice little snacks, little nibbles. You know, maybe for a nice breakfast with a croissant and maybe a cup of coffee. You can sit there and read a book. It's a very comfortable place to go to. So if you do want to check out their menu, they have something for everyone. You can do something sweet, something savory. They offer gluten-free options here too. Specialty drinks and lattes that you can enjoy. They offer espresso, regular coffee, and decaf. You can do their house-made syrups and softs. So they offer vanilla bean, almond, chocolate caramel, white chocolate, chocolate cashew, mint, and lavender. And I did notice that bottle of lavender there too. I thought that was kind of interesting. The servers were very nice, very informative, and friendly. They also do offer milk alternatives, including almond milk and oat milk as well. So you can feel free, of course, to get those alternatives. Not only do they have coffees, they also do offer teas. So you can try their Steep and Clay premium teas. Steep and Clay right over here, a couple doors down. Also a very good place to get some good teas as well. So they offer Steep and Clay premium teas, caraway tea, and Moo Moo's iced sweet tea too. So some good options when it comes to their menu. Again, you can try also their breakfast or lunch options. They offer smoked ham and Gouda croissant, whole quiche. You can also try their delectable sweets, biscotti. They've got Rice Krispie treats, English toffee, and a whole lot more. So good to check it out. That is Sugar and Rhyme. Sugar and Rhyme. I thought it was a good place to go to get some good coffee for my brother and I. Yes. You can also check them out on Facebook as well. So they post pretty regularly also on Facebook. Delicious treats, something for everyone. Yes. This wraps it up here for the first hour. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch.
B-Lux Bar and Grill, Wisconsin Dells, is the quintessential American grill and bar with refined rustic cuisine and award-winning libations. Their honest, feel-good food menu is complemented by a beer list to satisfy every taste. Classic cocktails and our signature shakes, rich and creamy with a splash of boozy goodness just to shake things up a little bit. B-Lux Grill and Bar, classic American cuisine with a contemporary twist. B-Lux Bar and Grill, Wisconsin Dells, is the quintessential American grill and bar with refined rustic cuisine and award-winning libations. Their honest, feel-good food menu is complemented by a beer list to satisfy every taste. Classic cocktails and our signature shakes, rich and creamy with a splash of boozy goodness just to shake things up a little bit. Belux Grill and Bar, classic American cuisine with a contemporary twist.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. In Palatine, a 21-year-old Juan Castro Alvarez of South Elgin faces legal consequences with multiple felony charges for alleged sex crimes against a juvenile. The charges include predatory criminal sexual assault, grooming, and traveling to meet a minor. Governor J.B. Pritzker announced in collaboration with the Illinois Department of Transportation, Union Pacific Railroad, and Metra the return of intercity passenger rail service connecting Chicago to Rockford. The revived route will include stops in Elgin, Huntley, and Belvedere. You can learn about the project at an informational meeting at the Center of Elgin September 17th from 4 to 7 p.m. The City of Elgin set to host a Transparency Hub Interest Night on September 18th at the Elgin Moose Lodge from 6 to 7 p.m. The event promises attendees a close look at the resources and information available through Elgin's Transparency Hub. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Oak Crest Residence is marking 120 years of continuous service for older adults. A private, non-for-profit community organization offering cutting-edge solutions for seniors with emphasis on personal choice and innovative programs. Located at 204 South State Street, you'll find short-term and permanent living along with daily options. This building is worth a visit. Blended with style and surrounded with historic significance. Make sure to ask to see the Cellar Pub, a resource available for private group rental. Really, this place has it all. During this 120th anniversary celebration year, the community is invited to join in for free lunches and programs. For more information, visit oakcrestatrium.org. That's oakcrestatrium.org.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Texans held on to beat the Bears 19-13 last night. Houston 2-0 with the win. Chicago drops to 1-1. Caleb Williams, 23 of 37 passing for 174 yards. No touchdown passes. He was picked off twice. Chicago's offensive line led the rookie quarterback down. He got sacked 7 times for a loss of 40 yards. The Cubs beat the Rockies 6-2 Sunday in Denver. Kyle Hendricks got the win. 7 strikeouts over 6 Foley's 4-11 with the victory. 2 homers in the win for Michael Busch. The Cubs are 5 games out of the last National League wild card. The White Sox beat the A's 4-3. 2 straight wins for the Sox. That's the first time they've done that in nearly 3 months. With 12 games left, the Sox are 35-115. They're trying to avoid the 120 loss mark set by the 1962 expansion New York Mets.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downey are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
El Diablo Cantina, located by Spring Hill Mall at 113 Southwestern in Carpentersville, is your fun, hip, and festive family Mexican cantina, serving authentic recipes from all over Mexico that are made fresh daily. There's delicious cocktails using fresh fruits or your choice of 30 craft beers, which go great with the menu. There's indoor and outdoor dining, open from 4 till 11 and until 4 a.m. on weekends, featuring Latin line dancing. Visit eldiablocantina.com today.
Hide out with friends at Galati's Hideaway in Cary. It's the perfect place for lunch, dinner, and specialty drinks. Check out their sports bar for the best spot to watch games. Try Galati's Dining Room for a relaxing night of dining on their signature Italian dishes. Try their great pizza or the Build Your Own Burger. Galati's Hideaway also has a large variety of entree favorites like prime fillets, steak kebabs, salmon, and ribs. Book your party in their banquet room. Visit GalatisHideaway.com.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch. We are in the 11 o'clock hour, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin. If you're interested in being a part of the conversation, feel free to comment live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. Hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell if you want to keep up to date, in the loop with what's happening here at WRMN. Absolutely. Feel free to check out our website, WRMN1410.com. View everything that we have to offer as we celebrate 75 years of community broadcasting. During the 11 o'clock hour, I do like to go through at least the first half of the 11 o'clock hour, going through the National Day calendar. I always like doing this to express to you what we have to celebrate today. You can celebrate every day, right? It doesn't have to be just here and there. It can be every day. There's always something that you can celebrate. So taking a look at National Day calendar, we're going to start off here. We've got a couple different ones, actually quite a few different ones today on the National Day calendar. And then, of course, I always like to go into also nationaltoday.com, because what that does here, too, is it also has some additions as well, too. First one that I'm noticing here, Mayflower Day. Yes, quite the history here with the Mayflower Day. This is a commemoration of the day the ship set sail from Plymouth, England in 1620. Now, okay, that Howland was his name on my mom's side. I'm going to have to double check, but I think she's related to some, I think it's the Howlands or maybe it's the Gosses. I'll have to take a look at the list. But there is a list of Mayflower list of Mayflowers. So there's colonists, men, women, and children. Some seeking fortune, others were seeking religious freedoms that we later known as pilgrims here too. So I think it was my mother's side descends from John Howland. Yeah, I have him here in the notes as Mayflower. So I think maybe that was him. So he was on the list there too. You can even look it up as well here too. Mayflower passenger list. So they have like the passenger list here too, that you can look at mayflowerhistory.com. So you can take a look at the passenger list there as well and check it out for yourself. So, you know, maybe do a little bit of research, see what's out there. There you go. Because you never know. I mean, you could one of your ancestors could be any of these people on the list. They've got some interesting names here as well too. So I think if I, pardon me, if I remember correctly, yeah, John Howland, he was on the list. Elizabeth Tilley, yep, okay, yep. So my mom descends from John Howland. Very cool. And I mean, you can even see some. Look at this. They've got the house. Oh, that's so cool. I've never seen that before. That's cool. They've got the gravestones. So, I mean, you know, you can look up people too. They have a painting of him? What? Oh, come on now. How did I not know about this? Oh, this is so exciting. I'm going to hang this in my room. I didn't even know. There's a picture. Well, what's the source? What's the source? Is that actually him? I'm going to have to do more research, because if that is, I'm going to be hanging that picture. He's even got a scope. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm excited. So, wow, there you go. Happy National Mayflower Day. That is awesome. Wow. I'm going to do research on that when I get home. So it's National Mayflower Day today. The colonists intended to land in Virginia. However, after 66 days at sea, storms. I said picture, I meant to say painting. I might have said picture instead of painting. Storms and winds blew them off course. Now, after spotting modern-day Cape Cod, the members of the Mayflower intended on exploring the mouth of the Hudson River. However, rough seas continued to plague the ship. They turned back and stayed at Cape Cod. For the next few weeks, the Pilgrims explored the area too, and they eventually settled on Plymouth for their plantation. So there you go. Oh, that is so cool. I'm wondering if that is an actual legitimate painting of him, because if that's so, I'm gonna hang it in my room. Take a, copy it and hang it in a frame in my room. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Some other days here recognized today. It's National Cinnamon Raisin Bread Day today. Cinnamon Raisin Bread Day today. It warms the home and the heart with delicious goodness. Also a pretty popular fall treat as well. The naturally sweet, the aroma created of the baking of this bread will make anyone's mouth water. It's Raisin Bread Day today. Now, cinnamon raisin bread toasts nicely, and it pairs with several toppings. You can do apple butter with it, cream cheese, sliced pears. It brings this baked good to a whole new level. You can eat it for breakfast or also have it as a snack too. So there's some good options there as well. So that's a delicious way to start your morning too. Have some nice raisin bread in the morning, get you up and ready for the day. Another delicious way that you can actually use cinnamon raisin bread is you can make French toast. You can make French toast with it too. You can whisk up some eggs. You can use, of course, the milk. You can also put vanilla in there too. And then, have a little dash of some nutmeg in there as well to make some good, delicious breakfast French toast. Cinnamon French toast. Cinnamon raisin French toast. So you can dip the bread in the batter and let it soak up with the egg mixture. Fry each piece on a hot griddle, and it's served with fresh fruit and maple syrup. This is definitely going to make your morning very nice. And if you want to pair it with a nice cup of coffee or some tea, it gets you ready for the morning. So it is National Cinnamon Raisin Bread Day today. It's also National Play-Doh Day. Yes, this picture is people. I can smell this picture of Play-Doh. When you look at Play-Doh, you can smell it. You know the smell of Play-Doh, right? When you're a little kid and you're like, is this edible too? Especially when it came to Play-Dohs, where you can make ice cream, or you can make chips out of Play-Doh. You're like, now that I made this food, this fake food, is it edible? And then you realize it's not, because it does not taste anything like it. I discovered that as a kid. It's very salty. As much as I do like salt, it's very salty. So this is the day recognized today on September 16th, recognizing a child's modeling clay. And Play-Doh is definitely very popular. The inventor, Joe McVicker of Cincinnati, Ohio, sold it initially as a wallpaper cleaner. That's interesting. When his father died in 1949, his mother promptly hired him and his brother-in-law to help with the family business. That was Koodle Products Company. Right about that time, oil furnaces began replacing coal-burning furnaces. And it wasn't long before the wallpaper cleaner sales dwindled. This is again according to nationaldaycalendar.com writing about this. Then you get into 1955, McVicker began testing the cleaner as a modeling clay in classrooms and daycares for students. Seeing how the product worked, he named it Play-Doh, dough spelled D-O-H, as he went into business with his uncle, and that one under the name of Rainbow Crafts Company, Incorporated. That was a year later after 55. To protect their new product, McVicker filed for a patent in 1958. However, the patent wasn't approved until January 26 of 1965. By then, General Mills had purchased the company, and the rest is history here. You know, Play-Doh, it's definitely fun. They, of course, broadcasted a lot of it on CBS. The Play-Doh sales were nice. They weren't spectacular at first, though. And then in 1998, the Toy Hall of Fame introduced Play-Doh to its hallowed halls. So Play-Doh, you know, you can still find it to this day. It was definitely a lot of fun. Growing up and playing with Play-Doh was a lot of fun, too. Just make sure you don't eat it. Yeah, don't eat it for sure. The time is approaching 11:16. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN, talking a little bit more about some other national days today. And we'll go from there. Again, you're listening to WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
Imagine planting, tending, and raising your crops all season long, only to discover a micronutrient deficiency is robbing your yield potential. Once you spot signs of nutrient deficiencies, it can be difficult to bounce back. Get ahead of manganese, boron, and copper deficiencies with Moxin from CHS. Designed with a patented Levosol chelate, Moxin increases nutrient availability and provides your crops with the nutrition they need. Ask your local CHS retailer about the power of Moxin.
What makes a great pizza restaurant? The obvious answer, great pizza. A local favorite since 1983, Pizza Pub Wisconsin Dells has been serving up the best pizza in the Dells. Year after year after year. Not hungry for pizza? Try the homemade lasagna, chicken parmesan, burgers, salads, and an extensive kids menu. Or take a trip or two to the all-you-care-to-eat lunch buffet. Pizza Pub, walking distance to water parks and hotels in Wisconsin Dells. Visit the Milwaukee County Zoo this summer to enjoy so many species of fun. Home to more than 2,200 animals, representing over 340 different species. The zoo educates, entertains, and inspires. Stomp back in time with the zoo's summer exhibit, Dinosaur Discovery, sponsored by Sendik's Food Market. You'll be astounded by the gigantic and scientifically accurate animatronic displays. Touch, feel, and learn about the role of predators in the ecosystem. Running through October 5th. Visit MilwaukeeZoo.org.
If you can't decide on dinner, have everything. Golden Corral at 154 South Gary Avenue in Bloomingdale has an endless buffet with over 150 items to choose from. There's an unmatched variety of food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, prepared fresh throughout the day. If you're craving something specific, call or check out their menu. Golden Corral rotates the buffet often. Golden Corral in Bloomingdale. They're the only one for everyone. Visit goldencorral.com.
The weather is getting better, and we know it's the time when ladders and DIYers come out. Before you start any new outdoor projects, ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any type of work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
For many years, Italian Pizza Kitchen in Roselle has been serving quality and excellence. Italian Pizza Kitchen is family-owned with experience in preparing authentic Italian cuisine with the freshest, highest quality ingredients since the 50s. Your food is always prepared fresh with the same traditions, recipes, and standards that they've perfected over the years. Italian Pizza Kitchen has a passion for great cuisine and customer service. Visit ItalianPizzaKitchen.com. Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. Feel free to check out our website, WRMN1410.com. We're located right here in downtown Elgin, but we serve the entirety of the Fox River Valley. Part of the community, we're the community working together, giving you content, keeping you up to date with what's happening in the Fox River Valley, and of course, with WRMN. So let's continue on here. We've got some other days to recognize today on National Day calendar. Today is National Step Family Day, recognized today on September 16th, recognizing all the blended families making it work. Today we are honoring blended families everywhere by saying thank you for making the world a better place. In the USA, over 30% of the under 18 population live in a step family environment. My dad, you know him, Uncle Gare, he grew up in a blended family too. Him and his sister Jill were born to Jack and Isabel McNeil, D'Angelo McNeil. And my grandpa Jack died in 61. And then my grandma remarried to my grandpa Carl, who already had 2 kids from a previous marriage. After her passing, they married in 64 and they became a family. And I've got a nice picture of them on their my grandparents' wedding day in 64 with all 4 kids, my dad and my Aunt Jill. And then my dad's, at the time, new siblings, Sylvia and Bill. My dad and my Uncle Bill clicked like that. They became best friends growing up with each other, getting into mischief here and there too. Some of those stories as well too. And they all acted like siblings. You know, it wasn't, they all acted like siblings pretty much right away too. So they grew up in the blended family. It was never really seen to me, you know, being as adopted. It was never like step family or anything. It didn't really matter, you know. So we all grew up together, and I've got some really great memories. My dad's sister Sylvia, who's his stepsister, I would say kind of got me into the Halloween spirit a bit, because I've talked about before, she used to have a lot of Halloween decorations at her house, and I was kind of creeped out but also intrigued at the same time. I'm like, I don't want to go near that skeleton bride, but I'm also kind of like, that's interesting. So kind of got me into the Halloween spirit for sure too. So you know, it's known as a blended family. Parents, siblings, and extended family members work together to create happy, functional environments. Circumstances vary, but again, it's National Step Family Day today. It's an act that should never really be taken lightly too. It's being part of a blended family. It's a special time. It's important to remember your life will not only change, but the children of the other person will also change too. We guarantee when you enter into a blended family, you'll find a new kind of experience here too. So that is on National Today at nationaldaycalendar.com as well too, giving you also some advice for new blended families as well too. So it's not just informational here, National Day Calendar. They also do give some nice words of advice as well. So that is recognized today. Another day today is National Working Parents Day. National Working Parents Day is also a day recognized today, honoring the working parent, and the day pays tribute to those parents who work outside the home to provide for the families. Now, on this day today, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, around 61% of families with children have both parents working outside the home. That number increases to nearly 65% for families when the youngest child is at least 6 years old. However, if the youngest child is under 6 years old, that number drops to approximately 56%. Now, of course, when you look back in time, those numbers were definitely a bit lower. Usually, it was a one person income that worked. Usually, it was the men of the home that worked. You look back into the older days there too. Sometimes the women had to work too. There's a couple cases in my family history where the single mothers had to work to provide for their kids as best as they could. So it happens, but we're starting to notice that too, of course, with the economy and everything becoming more expensive, and housing becoming expensive too, that the percentage of families having both parents working has increased since the days of the past. Working parents face a range of challenges while juggling daycare and schedules. Tops the list. They also struggle to find time with each other and their children. It's often a balance act, requires excellent communication skills, patience, and of course, also lots of love. And they say here to observe the day today, well, a parent's work is never done. And working parents, pat yourself on the back. Absolutely. Spend some time with your children. Before long, they'll be grown. And while you're celebrating, share some tips as well to others out there. So there you go. That's also recognized today. Today is also National Guacamole Day. Yes, guacamole. Now, I'm not a huge fan of like just regular avocados, but I do like guacamole. I think it's good. And if you've been to Sammy's Mexican Grill and you get their burger, oh my goodness, is that good. They have a nice crushed guacamole on there too. Very delicious at Sammy's Mexican Grill. So it's a day recognizing today, bringing fresh flavors together for the perfect celebration. Avocados shine as the star of this dip. Lime juice, tomatoes, onions, and seasonings make guacamole a guilt-free addition to any snack or meal. So it's a good alternative, a little bit more healthier of an option too. Avocados fall under the superfood category, and I don't mean a little bit healthier, I mean a lot more healthier. You can feel free to indulge. Expect a flavorful dip packed with good fats and nutrients, along with the fresh taste of lime and a hint of spice. It's very easy to make as well. You can make it homemade. You can buy it at the store, local produce. Take it to work for a party, or maybe just enjoy it for yourself too. There's lots of places within the Fox River Valley that do offer guacamole that are house-made guacamole. And that's the thing too, is you can taste the difference between whether it's a little bit more processed or if it's made in-house, crushed in-house and made. You can tell the difference for sure. It's also versatile too. For example, you can add it as a topping on a quesadilla or even add it to a salad. So you can do that. You can add it to a burger. This is what I get at Sammy's Mexican Grill. Their burgers are very good there. Very messy, but very good. And get some guacamole on there too. So absolutely. You can even spread it on your morning toast, avocado toast, very much a popular thing within, I would say, millennials, avocado toast. Of course, the simplest way to enjoy it is by dipping it in your favorite tortilla chip. So that is recognized today. Now, guacamole, according to National Day Calendar here, writes that it originated with the Aztecs in Mexico, and it's made its way to America cuisine as a dip, condiment, and salad ingredient. So you could also have it a little bit spicier too if you prefer it maybe a little bit sweeter. There's different ways that it can be made. There's lots of different recipes that you can follow online to make guacamole as well. How to observe it? Of course, make up your favorite recipe or try something new. Go to your favorite restaurant and order some fresh guacamole. While there, give a shout out to restaurants with the best guacamole around. I like this, like I said, Sammy's Mexican Grill, very good guacamole there too. Dipping it in the chips, also incorporated into a lot of their meals, including their burgers, which I like to get. Because as someone like me, I'm a burger person, so you go to Sammy's Mexican Grill and you get a burger. Well, yeah, that's how I do it usually. But it's good. They have a lot of good options on there too. You get chopped tomatoes on there, shredded lettuce, you get the guacamole. So you can indulge and not feel like, it's too unhealthy. It definitely feels like it's like a healthier burger, which is good too. So be sure to invite your friends too to get some good guacamole. Share it with people. Absolutely. And that is recognized today. It is National Guacamole Day. National Avocado Day was July 31st. So not too long ago was recognized. So this and more can be found. This is on nationaldaycalendar.com. That's nationaldaycalendar.com. Different days that you can check out. You can also take a look at some tomorrow's national days, give you some sneak peeks there when it comes to tomorrow's days, which we'll definitely go through tomorrow. We are at the bottom of the hour news here as we are in the 11 o'clock hour. We're taking you out to lunch with WRMN, maybe making you hungry, talking about the raisin bread, as well as the guacamole. Hopefully not making you hungry talking about Play-Doh. But maybe so if you're spending a lot of time making a little model and then you get hungry, get some good food. Guacamole or some cinnamon raisin bread. Absolutely. Stay Stay tuned. We'll be back with more. You're listening to WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. Check out our website, WRMN1410.com. Feel free to be a part of the conversation on YouTube.com at WRMN Radio. Or, of course, you can also text 505-926-1410. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with more in just a bit.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Curdan. Brought to you by Linzess. The City of Elgin set to host a Transparency Hub Interest Night on September 18th at the Elgin Moose Lodge from 6 to 7 p.m. The event promises attendees a close look at the resources and information available through Elgin's Transparency Hub. In Palatine, a 21-year-old Juan Castro Alvarez of South Elgin faces legal consequences with multiple felony charges for alleged sex crimes against a juvenile. The charges include predatory criminal sexual assault, grooming, and traveling to meet a minor. Governor J.B. Pritzker announced in collaboration with the Illinois Department of Transportation, Union Pacific Railroad, and Metra the return of intercity passenger rail service connecting Chicago to Rockford. The revived route will include stops in Elgin, Huntley, and Belvedere. You can learn about the project at an informational meeting at the Center of Elgin, September 17th from 4 to 7 p.m. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The White Sox beat the A's 4-3. 2 straight wins for the Sox. That's the first time they've done that in nearly 3 months. With 12 games left, the Sox are 35-115. They're trying to avoid the 120 loss mark set by the 1962 expansion New York Mets. The Cubs beat the Rockies 6-2 Sunday in Denver. Kyle Hendricks got the win. 7 strikeouts over 6 full. He's 4-11 with the victory. 2 homers in the win for Michael Busch. The Cubs are 5 games out of the last National League wild card. The Texans held on to beat the Bears 19-13 last night. Houston 2-0 with the win. Chicago drops to 1-1. Caleb Williams 23 of 37 passing for 174 yards. No touchdown passes. He was picked off twice. Chicago's offensive line let the rookie quarterback down. He got sacked 7 times for a loss of 40 yards.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. This is Matt broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin. If you want to take a seat outside the radio station here at 14 Douglas Avenue, We've got the chair set out and our WRMN table. Be our guest. Absolutely. Have your cup of coffee, have a nice sandwich, maybe a salad, read a book. Just enjoy it. Got the windows open here. Feel free to give me a wave. Same applies, of course, during the Studio 14 mornings with Marky B from 6 to 10. He usually has the chair set up there, too. He's got some first shifters listening in as well. And actually, who's actually approaching the table right now is Marky B himself. He's at the table. So there you go. Enjoying the nice weather outside here today. Hopefully you have some time. Maybe if you're on your lunch break, we're here to take you out to lunch with WRMN. So let's continue on here. As you know, talked about the National Day calendar. Now we're going into National Today, because National Today goes even beyond and talks even a little bit more about some other days that are recognized today, including ones that are international too. So we also don't want to forget about the international days and awareness days and weeks that are to come and that are today and to also follow as well as we get into the future as well. Today is recognized. Today is there's actually a week going on right now. It's called Adopt a Less Adoptable Pet Week. This is according to nationaltoday.com. This is a week going on now through till the 22nd, and it's celebrated each year in the third week of September. Pets, of course, are our friends, family members. They give us a lot of meaning in our life. And it's sad to think that certain animals are considered, quote, less adoptable because they're not, quote unquote, perfect. So this is a day to recognize today to say, hey, you know what? They deserve just as much love too. So let's hope people realize that these so-called less adoptable pets are also deserving of a loving home too. So it all takes, of course, strength. It takes patience as well. So maybe if you are very much drawn to adopting an animal, you notice maybe it's got some certain difficulties that the others don't have around them. I encourage you to maybe do some research. Talk with, of course, people who handle these situations. Absolutely, I mean, we create special relationships with animals really for as long as they've been around. I mean, the earliest humans successfully domesticated certain animals, and since then we have shared our homes and our hearts with them as well too. So we all coincide with each other and we help each other out. According to petfinder.com, animals who spend 48 weeks or more on the website can be classified as, quote, less adoptable. That's on petfinder.com, as compared to other animals who spend an average of 12.5 weeks. When an animal is old, disabled, and has been diagnosed with some illness, or simply isn't as good looking as they say, and that's all just, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So, they might say that, but it all just depends. The chances of getting adopted are compromised. But again, it's a day to recognize. Can't forget about them as well. You can share photos on social media, educate your friends and family, and even share your story as well. So that is recognized today. It's Adopt a Less Adoptable Pet Week going on through till the 22nd. We have a caller on hold. Let's take it to the phone lines. Hi there, caller. You're on with WRMN.
Hey, good morning, Matt. Good afternoon. How are you, brother?
I'm doing very well, Fred. How are you today?
Doing good. I just, you mentioned Blended Family National Day, and I wanted to recognize that all of the listeners at WRMN, first shift, noon shift, evening shift, we're all family, and we're all a blended group of people. Absolutely. And I'm sure you heard today we lost one of our dear friends, Crazy Catherine Edwards, today, or yesterday. So just prayers for her and her family, and to all of us. We were good. We were really good friends, and she would go to church with us, and so yeah, it's a unique time. So
yeah, absolutely, and it's important to all come together too. In times of grief and sorrow, to come together and lean on one another too. So, and like you said, yeah, we're all family here at WRMN. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So we were Kath and I were just just a few days ago we were talking about, Mark and she and I think Linda, we were like the first regular callers, so we were just giggling about how far things have come over the years,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and she used to comment a lot on the chat, calling in, visiting in person as well too.
Oh yeah. She used to come by my house and annoy me, but I still loved her. And I would pray with her, and so she's a blessed soul. She's in heaven. I know she made it.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah,
so
she
say
was.
hi to the Lord for us, Kathy.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks, Fred, for calling in. It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
All right.
Be blessed.
You as well. Thank you. Bye-bye now. Well, very nice. That's Westside Fred calling in here. Thanks for that wonderful statement there, too. Yes, here at WRMN, we're all a family, and we all come together. We work together. And, at times it's sorrow. At times, where you feel like you might be down, or maybe we lose someone very special. We come together and we grow as people together, too, within the community. And that's very important, too. So very nice. Thanks so much for calling in. And if anyone else wants to call in, too, give some good memories of Catherine, feel free to do so. I've got the phone lines open here, 847-931-1410. Very nice. Some other days that are also recognized today as well. It is, what's this? National Jeans for Jeans Day. Jeans, that's like jeans that you wear. And then for genes, genetics. All the genetics recognized today. Now, actually, what does this mean here? So this is the second full week of September. It's a week. So it's National Jeans for Genes Day, and it's actually a week that goes on. So from September 16th to the 22nd, this is the focus. The focus of this week is to raise money for research and treatment of genetic diseases like muscular dystrophy, as well as cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, and others out there too. As well. There are actually two different and distinct organizations called Genes for Genes, one in UK and one in Australia as well here too. So very cool. That is recognized today. And it started back in 1991. New Zealander Ocean Paul Newman decided to do something about his son's chronic. It's called CGD. I can't pronounce the long word. Granulomatous, CGD. And he founded the CGD Research Trust and Support Group. The next year, he saw the first instance of Genes for Genes Day, the brainchild of Rosemary Reimer, one of the trust's primary supporters. Thousands of schools were mailed and informed about the fundraising event, and in that first year, 50,000 pounds were raised. This was talking a little bit more about the British side of things. By 1998, the yearly donation amount was 2.5 million pounds. Today, the year's appeal is run by Genetic Disorders UK, and their grants have been instrumental in many instances for groundbreaking research and also life-saving treatments as well. So that is also recognized today. Very, very cool. Very nice. Today is also Collect Rocks Day today. Did you used to collect rocks? I used to. I used to collect rocks and bottle caps when I was a kid. Now I collect antiques and old creepy stuff. So that's also recognized today. Let's bring it up here. This is Collect Rocks Day. Yeah, there's some cool rocks that you can collect. You can get some tools ready to start digging and collecting. You can also collect rocks, of course, at different places that offer them too. You can buy rocks and stones. A lot of different places that offer that. A lot of people believe that certain rocks and stones, crystals have some healing properties as well there too. So that is recognized today, collecting rocks. Whether you like to collect them because you like the process of collecting them, holding them in your hands, or also just putting them on display too. If you're in the downtown Elgin area, you know that a lot of places offer kind of stationed here and there and everywhere in the downtown Elgin area, the Elgin Rocks. There's actually a Facebook page that you can go to, Elgin Rocks. And they do have some nicely painted rocks with some nice little quotes. Maybe it'll be a Bible verse. Maybe it'll just say, hope you're doing well, you're beautiful, things like that. Nice little rocks that you can find. Then you can take them and then put them somewhere else. Or maybe you have one that you make yourself. You can put it somewhere in the downtown area. So it's just something a little fun to do there too. So it is Collecting Rocks Day today. Very, very cool. And then, of course, we also did talk about some other days as well. There's a lot of there's some other days. Teenager Workout Day, Respect for the Aged Day is also. World Barber Day is also today, too, for all the barbers out there that make that cut our hair, make us look nice. And then there you go. Got some good days. Mark Anthony's birthday's today. Nick Jonas's birthday is today, and Harding's birthday. So we got some birthdays. Lots of things going on today, and only so much time to talk about them here. We're approaching 11:46. We'll take a quick time out. Then what we'll do is we'll touch base with some of the local libraries. Stay tuned. We'll be back. La Flor Taco Grill at 910 Dundee Avenue at the corner of Slade in Elgin is under new management. Enjoy a huge selection of salads, quesadillas, tacos, burritos, and more. La Flor Taco Grill also has American cuisine favorites and breakfast. Bring the kids. There's a kids menu that they'll love. Are you planning a party this summer? La Flor also has catering with all types of both Mexican and American foods. Call 847-214-1306 or La Flor Taco Grill on Facebook.
A truckload of methamphetamine disguised as a shipment of watermelons was seized at the U.S.-Mexican border crossing into San Diego, U.S. Customs and Border Protection said. Methamphetamine valued at more than $5 million was found August 16th when the cargo aboard a tractor-trailer from Mexico was unloaded for a detailed inspection, the agency said in a statement. Among real watermelons, officers found 1,220 packages wrapped in paper colored to look like watermelon skins. The total weight of the packages amounted to 4,587 pounds or 2,080 kilograms. Wow, there's a lot to unwrap here, besides all the packs of meth. Can you imagine the conversation that went into the scheme hatching plan for this? What about the conversation someone sparked that finally had them search the truckload of watermelons? There's no way I'm going to believe that the Border Patrol found this truck the first time they tried this tomfoolery. I'm praying that there were no forest preserve barbecue functions that are cutting into these magical slices of watermelon. My personal biggest question, why didn't they just hollow out some of the watermelons? I'm Darian Sims, and this is how I see it.
If you're not sure what to have for dinner, the Seven Dwarfs restaurant on the corner of Roosevelt and President in Wheaton has you covered. Their huge menu is sure to satisfy everyone. Enjoy the diner-styled atmosphere that's been serving up tasty food since the 50s. The Seven Dwarfs has lively decor and delicious entrees. They offer a hearty breakfast, plus 3 or 4 lunch specials daily. For dinner, it's all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays. And remember to try their barbecue ribs. Visit sevendwarfsrestaurant.com today. Available now on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his commercial driver's license, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes the backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended his case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety test as well as the breathalyzer tests. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcripts from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We've got about, I would say, about 10 minutes left here of the 11 o'clock hour. Then we hop on into our 12 o'clock hour segment, where for roughly the first half hour, we talk about what's happening in the area. And really what I'm going to do now, too, is touching base with the libraries here. It also counts as what's happening in the area. As here on Out to Lunch, of course, I do talk about the arts and entertainment. I do talk about places to get some good food, as well here, too. Days recognized with National Day Calendar. And, of course, I like to keep you up to date with what's happening within the Fox River Valley. Now, of course, this is definitely keeping up to date with what's happening here in the United States. We are counting down to the 2024 United States elections, scheduled to be held on Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. We are counting down the days. It's getting close already here. So with that being said here, I want to inform you that Gail Borden Public Library is going to be coming up here in October, early voting. So I do want to mention that here and show it on the screen so that you can see it if you're watching on YouTube. Early voting and grace period registration for all Kane County precincts. It's going to be at the main library second floor. So it's going to be on the main library second floor. Now, it's a little bit of a ways away, but not really. It's about a little over a month away now. So, and that time will go by fast. So early voting starts October 21st through till the 25th. And they have the times there. And it does go all the way through till November 4th. There you go. Early voting and grace period registration there too. It says, of course, also the election day, Kane County residents only for the voting here. And it's the main library, Meadows Community Rooms. Again, it's the main library on the second floor is when it is. So wanted to throw that out there. More local voting information can also be found on their website too. It's there's a link to it if you go to their Facebook page. It's gailborden.info/vote. And they do have for all Kane County precincts, they have that there too. There you go. And the election day, Kane County residents only. The election day is Tuesday, November 5th from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. So there you go. There's more information on that too, of course, to cover. So we'll take a look at that as well as time allows. There's lots of other things that are going to be happening here too within the Elgin area, especially with Gail Borden Library. The nominations for the 2024 Elgin Image Awards are due October 4th. So they're inviting you to submit your nominations for your esteemed Elgin Image Awards, a prestigious recognition program designed to honor individuals, projects, and also organizations as well that have made a remarkable contributions to the Elgin community through their time, action, talents, and unwavering dedication here too. So you can take a look at the list. More information of the award categories are as follows: Professional Rock Star, Volunteer Extraordinaire, the Game Changer Projects, Creating a Difference Groups, Green Initiative / Sustainable Business of the Year, Excellence in DEI or Building Equity, and Youth Service Projects. So those are the different categories here. You can submit your nominations online at www.elgindevelopment.com/Elgin Image Awards. Also on their Facebook group page, they do post the link, so you'll be able to follow it for yourself too. This is an Elgin, shining a light on Elgin's brightest stars. So feel free to check out that information there too. You could submit your nominations. They close on Friday, October 4th at 5 p.m. So if you do want to submit that, you can feel free to do so. You can even watch the previous 2023 Elgin Image Awards. That's also featured on Facebook Watch, brought to you by Gail Borden Library. So you can also feel free to check that out. So we've got some things coming up here. Another thing that's going to be coming up here too, we have here Hispanic Heritage Month celebration, Saturday, October 5th, 2024. Yes. And not too long ago, of course, just a couple days ago, Gail Borden Library posted about the Mexican Independence Day celebration that was on Saturday too. When Ryan and I were here at the station on Saturday, we did notice a lot of cars coming through, some very festive music, as well as, of course, outfits and celebration as well. Lots of pride in their heritage too, which was also really cool to see. So that was on Saturday. They had that as well. I thought they did a very, very good job. The police did a very good job directing the traffic as well there too. So very nice. So that was just a couple days ago, and there's still more to come as well with here the Hispanic Heritage Month, Saturday, October 5th. This is at the Gail Borden Public Library, too. So if you want to check it out, it's from 2 to 4 p.m. And it's celebrating our roots. This is Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. There's going to be special guests. There's going to be music. There's going to be dances. The Circle of Latin Artists will be participating in presenting a performance featuring the celebrations of Venezuela, Colombia, and Mexico. They will also be having artists performing traditional music from these countries, a craft to go, snacks, and lots of fun. It's a wonderful celebration. You can't miss it. Everyone is invited. It's in English and also in Espanol as well, too. So that's going to be coming up. That is a celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month. That's coming up Saturday, October 5th from 2 to 4 p.m. Very nice. Some other things that are coming up here. The day after, Sunday, October 6th, they're having here at the Gail Borden Library the Authors Fair and Children's Book Authors Fair. So there's going to be a fun fair to go to. It's at the Gail Borden Library. It's at the Meadows Community Rooms and Sally Lee Rooms. That'll be Sunday, October 6th. So again, it's a little bit of a ways away, depending on how you view what is a little bit of a ways away. That's early October. Authors are going to be showcasing, selling, and also signing their books. Again, we're in the school season. School season is in full swing. Maybe you want to get some good books for some book reports. Here's an opportunity, good book sale. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money to enjoy reading, to get the mind going. Absolutely. You can dive into more about the authors, their books, and more at gailborden.info/authors. So they're going to be having a great showcasing there, selling and signing their books. Go to check it out. That's going to be coming up in 20 days. 20 days, so less than a month away from now. They also do have a list of all the different authors that are going to be featured there as well as their books. So it's going to be a good time. Definitely, if you want to check out more information on these fantastic authors, feel free to check out gailborden.info/authors. Like I say, I'm telling you, these libraries, absolutely phenomenal. It's not just about, providing books and, you go to the read and that's it. They have so many great stuff that are good to participate in. Something else coming up Wednesday, October 2nd. It's a writing club. So they have a writing club here at the Gail Borden Public Library. It's titled Spooky Stories. Yes, I'm into the mood. That's Wednesday, October 2nd. It's a homeschool session 2 to 2:30 and a regular session from 4 to 4:30. There's a register that you can go through too that you can check out under the events. It's Homeschool Writing Club, grades K through 8 in person. So they have a nice homeschool writing club and then also a general writing club as well too. You can write and illustrate spooktacular stories, poems, and art. So if you want to register, there's still time to do so. Taking a look here, 25 seats remaining for the writing club. And if you're at the homeschool writing club, there's 19 seats remaining. So, and that one actually is still going on. Yeah, so the registration is still going on. It was opened up yesterday. So there's a lot of things going on here. There always is. Even at other local libraries, the Fox River Valley Public Library District or the Bartlett Public Library, there's always something fun to do. Great things coming up here, different classes that you can partake into, different programs, and so much more, all within the community. We've got some good things coming up here too, so stay tuned for that. This does wrap it up for the 11 o'clock hour of Out to Lunch with WRMN. When we come back, we'll discuss more on what's happening in the area of the Fox River Valley. And then, of course, at around 12:30, we'll be in our Tradio segment. Yes. Stay tuned for that. You're listening to Matt here, WRMN AM 1410 in downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. We're the voice of the valley. Talk the town. Stay tuned.
Are you frustrated with the way our world is becoming? Do you want to make a difference right here in your own community? Come to the next Elgin Township Republican meeting and be a part of the change you want to see. They are committed to making our community stronger, safer, and more prosperous. Whether it's through grassroots efforts, community service, or local advocacy, your voice matters. Help build a brighter future for Elgin Township. Get involved today. Visit ElginGOP.org and find out how you can help make a difference. Elgin Township Republicans, your community, your voice, your future. Meetings take place on the fourth Tuesday of every month at the Elgin Township Building, 729 South McLean Boulevard at 6:30 p.m. Hope to see you there. Let's build a better tomorrow together.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan. Brought to you by Linzess. In Palatine, a 21-year-old Juan Castro Alvarez of South Elgin faces legal consequences with multiple felony charges for alleged sex crimes against a juvenile. The charges include predatory criminal sexual assault, grooming, and traveling to meet a minor. Governor J.B. Pritzker announced in collaboration with the Illinois Department of Transportation, Union Pacific Railroad, and Metra the return of intercity passenger rail service connecting Chicago to Rockford. The revived route will include stops in Elgin, Huntley, and Belvedere. You can learn about the project at an informational meeting at the Center of Elgin September 17th from 4 to 7 p.m. The City of Elgin set to host a Transparency Hub Interest Night on September 18th at the Elgin Moose Lodge from 6 to 7 p.m. The event promises attendees a close look at the resources and information available through Elgin's Transparency Hub. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Wake up, Fox River Valley. WRMN AM 1410 is shaking things up with a brand new weekday lineup that'll keep you informed, entertained, and engaged. I'm Marky B, WRMN Program Director and host of The First Shift, inviting you to start your day with The First Shift from 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Larry Jones, Jakes, myself, and the entire First Shift team bring you the latest local news, entertainment, and, my favorite, more to kick off your morning. Then it's Out to Lunch with Matt McNeil from 10 until 1 p.m. Tune in for your midday fix of news, interviews, community happenings, and of course, the legendary WRMN Tradio Show. In the afternoon, join us for Fox Valley Afternoons from 2 until 6 p.m. Tammy and friends will chat lifestyle from 2 to 4, while Sonar and his crew dive into politics and news from 4 until 6. Plus, get to know the movers and shakers of the Fox River Valley with exclusive interviews, too. Don't miss out on our new local lineup that's tailor-made for you. WRMN AM 1410, the talk of the town. Tune in and turn it up.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Cubs beat the Rockies 6-2 Sunday in Denver. Kyle Hendricks got the win, 7 strikeouts over 6 full. He's 4-11 with the victory. 2 homers in the win for Michael Busch. The Cubs are 5 games out of the last National League wild card. The White Sox beat the A's 4-3. 2 straight wins for the Sox. That's the first time they've done that in nearly 3 months. With 12 games left, the Sox are 35-115. They're trying to avoid the 120 loss mark set by the 1962 expansion New York Mets. The Texans held on to beat the Bears 19-13 last night. Houston 2-0 with the win. Chicago drops to 1-1. Caleb Williams, 23 of 37 passing for 174 yards. No touchdown passes. He was picked off twice. Chicago's offensive line led the rookie quarterback down. He got sacked 7 times for a loss of 40 yards.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th.
There's a hidden gem in Elgin's South End. It harkens back to the days when going to a diner with family and friends was where everybody gathered for a delicious breakfast or lunch. Ray's Family Restaurant at 801 St. Charles Street in Elgin is a diner that you'll love with tasty food. The atmosphere and the staff are friendly and fast. They're open until 3 p.m. daily. You can never go wrong with Ray's. Visit raysfamilyrestaurant.com. That's raysfamilyrestaurant.com.
Summer Lake House offers the ultimate waterfront family dining experience, complete with rustic summer-inspired decor and a menu that highlights simple, handcrafted dishes prepared with locally sourced ingredients. The Wisconsin-inspired Summer Lake House, where you can enjoy a laid-back, family-friendly vibe with delicious modern American cuisine and handcrafted cocktails. Don't just go out to eat, go outside to eat. Summer Lake House on Lake Delton.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 12 o'clock hour of Out to Lunch with WRMN. I'm your host, Matt, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin. We're starting to notice the temperatures rise, the sunshine rising higher in the sky, beautiful blue skies. We have a little bit of a breeze, and it's a beautiful day. Happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. Hopefully everyone's going to have a good week starting off the day here. As we get into the afternoon time, we take you out to lunch with WRMN, AM 1410. Stationed here in downtown Elgin, but of course also serving the Fox River Valley. Check out our website, WRMN1410.com. If you want to, of course, keep up to date with what's happening here, you can listen live through the AM 1410 dial, as well as through the app. Don't forget, of course, you can also listen and watch live here on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. Let's hop into some things happening within the area of the Fox River Valley. We've got a lot going on at some of these local libraries too. I won't be able to cover all of them here, but we'll go through some some good ones that are important to note. Coming up Wednesday, October 2nd. This is Wednesday, October 2nd. This is, again, kind of a continuation from what I was talking about with the Gail Borden Library towards the last couple minutes of the 11 o'clock hour. There's an event called Veterans Voices. So this is called Veterans Voices, and it's coming up here. They want to thank you, of course, for your service to our community and our country, as we do here, of course. What can the library do for you? You can stop by for friendly conversations about library services and programs that you would like to see for veterans, active military, and families. So you get to tell your voice. You get to share your voice as a veteran and say, what would you like to see at the local library here, Gail Borden Public Library? Refreshments are going to be served, and there's no registration. So if you want to speak your voice and say, hey, you know what? I think that having a nice little club and having maybe a room reserved would be a good idea, you know, the first Wednesday of the month or something like that. If you have some great ideas, feel free to check them out, as they're going to be having that. It's Veterans Voices coming up Wednesday, October 2nd. It's going to be from 6 to 7:30 p.m. We encourage you to go on out, and you can learn more about the Veterans Voices program on their website, gailborden.info/veterans. Make your voice known and heard. so that they can reciprocate and say, hey, that sounds like a great idea. Let's take that into consideration too. This is a program provided by the Gail Borden Public Library, connecting volunteer veterans with students, teachers, and the community. Drawing on the power of personal stories, veterans' voices enhances and brings to life the experiences of veterans and honors their contributions. So that's going to be coming up there too. And again, the next one will be in October. I think they also do have one in November, 11th through the 15th is when that one. But the actual event will be coming up in October. That'll be October 2nd. Taking a look at the Fox River Valley Public Library District, that's the Dundee Library and the Randall Oaks Library too. They are currently hiring, so they're looking for a library assistant, youth services, adult and teen services clerk. So they're looking for that assistant there if anyone's interested. These are some cool opportunities to check out here too. So you don't want to miss out on that either. They're hiring an adult and teen services clerk and a youth services clerk. If you are passionate about helping others and love working in a library environment, this is the job for you. Could be. They'd love to hear from you. You can apply now at frvpld.info/jobs. There's a link posted onto their Facebook page that you'll be able to follow as well too. So don't forget to check that out. They do also offer the hourly rate. Application start date, which started back in early September here, as we're now already in mid-September. So feel free to check that out. And again, you'd be applying for a library job that serves 70,000 plus residents in the northeastern King County, Illinois area too. So you're helping a lot of people out for sure. And if you're passionate about it, this could be the job for you. So wanted to throw that information out there for you. Now here's a great opportunity. If you love your librarian, well, of course you do, you can nominate them for this year's I Love My Librarian Award, and they could receive $5,000 and the recognition of a lifetime. Nominations are due September 3rd. This was something that was posted on the Gail Borden Library website. It was on the Fox River Valley Public Library District. They have it on their timeline here. So if you want to submit your nomination, this is ilovelibraries.org. It's ilovelibraries.org. You can submit your nomination, and who knows, they could receive $5,000. That's really, really cool. Nominees must meet certain requirements to be considered for the award, so you can check out the eligibility criteria. What makes a strong nomination? Check out their tips for telling your library's story and making your nomination stand out from the rest. How can you submit it? They will share answers to many different questions and more that can be found in their FAQ, frequently asked questions. They do list the eligibility criteria, writing a strong nomination, including focus on the above and beyond, stories, facts, and examples. So it's good to make sure that you're prepared for this before you actually send off your nomination too. So they strongly recommend also working together on a single nomination rather than having several people submit individually too, if you do choose to collaborate with others. So there's more information posted on ilovelibraries.org. Again, that's ilovelibraries.org. If you are interested, you'll be able to find that information on there. Again, ilovelibraries.org. That sounds pretty cool. You can nominate someone that you like at your local library. Lots of book sales coming up here. Bartlett Public Library District has their fall book sale Friday, October 4th, 10 a.m. to 6, and Saturday, October 5th from 9 a.m. to 5. Again, with the school season in full swing, you want to get some good books. Everything under, really a lot of them, $1 or so. I mean, the one they have here is going to be fill a friend's bag with books for only $5. So you purchase the bag for $5 and put as many books in there as you can. Sounds like a great steal of a deal. There you go. Lots of reading to do. You can be set for the whole year, maybe even as well, or for the school season. There you go. Some other things coming up here too, outside of the libraries. In Geneva, the Fall Pumpkin Festival at Windy City Acres, well, that's currently happening right now. They are open for the season. They opened just a couple days ago, so congratulations for Windy Acres Apple farm in Geneva, the farm in Geneva. They opened September 14th, and they're going on. Oh wait, okay. No, they were open before that. This is just kind of a announcement to get ready for the fall season here. So it's definitely a lot of fun. This is at Fabian Parkway in Geneva. This is Windy City or Windy Acres Farm. I always see that Windy Acres, and I think Windy City Acres for some reason. I think just because I see the word windy, and I'm like, the Windy City of Chicago. This is in Geneva, and they're open now too. So definitely want to check it out. That's the Fall Pumpkin Festival. They've got their corn maze. Lots of fun things coming up here. Might have to have them on for an interview to tell you what's going on with them too. So that, well, they will tell you. If hopefully I can get them for an interview. That sounds like a fun time for sure. So that is the Windy Acres Farm in Geneva. The farm in Geneva. Already good for the season here coming up. Yes. And that's a lot of fun too. When you go to a nice pumpkin farm, you know, you like all the creepy stuff maybe for Halloween, like I do, more Halloween spirit, but I also do like the little more relaxed fall feels, you know, having a nice apple cider with a donut, maybe getting a pumpkin spice latte if you're like that, like me, or do some apple picking, pumpkin picking, just a lot of fun. Corn maze walking is fun too. Go to some big ones out there too. Make sure you don't get lost in the corn. But this is Windy Acres Farm, so they're open right now in Geneva. Taking a look at the time, it's approaching 12:16. We'll take a quick time out. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN, talking a little bit more about what's happening in the area. Stay tuned.
If you are 50 years and older, you are welcome to join Elgin State Bank's sponsored movie days at Elgin Marcus Theater. It will always be on the second Thursday of each month. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. At 9 a.m., you will hear a very brief message from Sherry Aschenbrenner about upcoming senior events, and movies will begin at approximately 9:30 a.m. Coffee and a donut is complimentary. You can always call the movie theater hotline number of 847-888-7976 to find out what movies are playing each month. The cost is $3 if you are a member of Elgin State Bank, meaning you have an account there, and $5 if you are a non-member. And for more senior information, catch Sherry's Senior Showcase on the third Tuesday of every month at 9:15 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Hey there, this is Marky B from The First Shift, inviting you to join Brian Anderson for his new radio show, Kane County Speaks, every Thursday from 9 until 10 a.m. during the final hour of my morning show. It's an election year, and Brian will discuss important local issues and interview local candidates from the perspective of Kane County Speaks. The show will feature open phone lines for your thoughts, comments, and questions, and the chat room will be open at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Kane County Speaks is citizen-driven and focused on making Kane County a better place to live and work with goals of freedom, security, and prosperity for all. To learn more about their grassroots organization, you can check them out at KaneCountySpeaks.com. Let's discuss the issues of Kane County so that you can get involved and make a difference too. It's Kane County Speaks every Thursday morning with Brian Anderson from 9 until 10 a.m. during the first shift right here on WRMN, AM 1410, and at WRMN Radio on YouTube.
B-Lux Bar and Grill, Wisconsin Dells, is the quintessential American grill and bar with refined rustic cuisine and award-winning libations. Their honest, feel-good food menu is complemented by a beer list to satisfy every taste. Classic cocktails and our signature shakes, rich and creamy with a splash of boozy goodness just to shake things up a little bit. B-Lux Grill and Bar, classic American cuisine with a contemporary twist.
Good wine and food bring people together. Vine and Plate Wine Bar and Provisions serves globally inspired plates and wines from around the world, bringing people together and creating moments that focus on what life is all about. Vine and Plate offers shared plates, flatbread, sandwiches, and salads. You can choose wines from everywhere, and there's an extensive whiskey list too. Ingredients matter, quality matters, every detail matters. Visit thevineandplate.com today.
right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town, stationed here in downtown Elgin. Of course, providing information and working with the Fox River Valley. Yes. We've got a nice group of people sitting outside of the shawarma stop here, too. They're enjoying a nice lunch and having a good conversation, as should be out here in the beautiful weather today. Check it out for yourself by, of course, going outside, but it is a very nice day outside. We've got the beautiful weather here. A little bit toastier outside, but not too bad with the wind speed here, and traffic currently is a little bit, I would say it's like a medium right now as people are on their lunch break. So we can help you out here, too, with WRMN's Out to Lunch with WRMN. We've got about 10 minutes before we hit it off into our bottom of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. And then, of course, we'll be in our Tradio segment. I, of course, do want to give recognition to Comfort Keepers, evaluating the human spirit. We recently had Kim on here. I'm sorry, Heather. Heather was on here with us. And she talked a little bit about Hospital to Home, which is a new program that they have here, too. So what this is, it's like a temporary hospital to home program. So if you need, for example, some assistance in home care services that are more so temporary, this is something new that they're having here too. So they haven't really come out with a whole bunch of detail already yet, but we did keep you in the loop a little bit, give you a sneak peek last week when I had her on for an interview here too. So thank you for coming on here and talking a little bit about it. But it's a home care services to help the patient safely rest, relax, and recover after maybe a surgery or hospitalization too. So that'll be coming up more info to come in the future. So thank you to them. That's Comfort Keepers, elevating the human spirit. Very nice. Let's see some other things coming up here. Again, another book sale. I got to mention it, of course. We've got here the book sale. This is, again, Gilboa Public Library. The book sale's coming up. They have their September 18th preview night coming around the corner here. That'll be Wednesday, September 18th for their preview night at 8:30 p.m. with a $10 admission. So that'll be coming up this Wednesday. The days to follow after that are September 19th through till the 22nd for their book sale. That's September 19th through the 22nd. On the 19th, it's going to be from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. On the 20th and 21st, it'll be from 9 a.m. to 5. And then September 22nd will be from noon to 4 p.m. Thousands of books and media for all ages that are going to be for sale at their largest book sale of the year. Yes, this is for the year, the largest book sale of the year, so you don't want to miss out on it. This year's sale features tons of fiction, as well as young adult and vintage collections. You can browse, stock up on holiday gifts, and also support the library, too. Proceeds from the Gail Borden Public Library Foundation book sale help to support literacy and exhibits for the library and the community, too. So, very cool. That's going to be coming up here pretty soon. Yes. Let's see some other things coming up here too. Gobert's Farm Fall Festival currently happening now. They're open 9 to 6. That's in South Barrington. There's also Pingree Grove location too. Also lots of fun to go on out. Enjoy the breeze, the beautiful weather, the pumpkin spice, and all things nice with the fall season. We'll also touch base here too, more with the fall season here. Alexander's Cafe posted here and reposted by Fox Valley Magazine that their pumpkin cakes are calling. They have their new fall menu now back again at Alexander's Cafe. So if you do love those seasonal menus, check out their fall menu now available. AlexandersCafe.com is the website to go to. Check out their menu, view what they've got. We will check out here what they've got for the Elgin. Of course, nothing beats actually going in and checking out the menu for yourself. That's their seasonal menu now available. So check it out. If you want to view their breakfast and lunch menu, you can download it in PDF format. They do have it updated, so you can check out everything that they have to offer there too. That's at Alexander's. Coming up here in Geneva. Here we go. All the Swiftie fans out there, it's Swifties Night In coming up Friday at 6 to 8. This is an event by It's a Girl Thing. That's at 401 West State Street in Geneva. Calling the little Swifties and their parents who might need a night out. Get dropped off at this blast of an evening that is at IAGT. So it's a girl thing. And they have loads of fun making Eras Tour bracelets. Of course, all your favorite TS eras. Absolutely. All the eras of her. You can keep them or trade them with your besties. There you go. That's going to be coming up here. They're going to be having pizza and also build your own ice cream sundae station too. It's $35 per girl. It's a drop-off event. So parents can go and have a few Friday night hours to themselves, you know, wind down a little bit. Absolutely. So that's going to be coming up here. That'll be this Friday, 6 p.m. to 8. Speaking of parents who want to go on a Friday night, you can enjoy some great specials with happy hours. This is the Happy Hour Hub by the stcalliance.org. This is St. Charles Business Alliance. They have their featured on their website their happy hour specials. So let's say, for example, you're planning on dropping your kids off at the Swiftie event and you want to go out for a nice Friday meal, especially during a happy hour too. Here are some suggestions for you. So I'm talking about Fridays here too. They have a whole list here. If you go to, let's see here, maybe something for later. Global Brew Tap House has their $5 Guinness. They offer their $3 Floyds Zombie Dust. Zombie Dust? That sounds interesting. And more you can try out. At La Mesa Modern Mexican, they have half off margaritas. That'll be on Friday, 4 to 6. $4 Modelo drafts and $7 appetizers. Now, if you do plan on going out tonight within the area of St. Charles, you can check out things that are coming up here too. Lots of different things. $6 appetizers, including cheese curds, nachos, chicken tenders, fried mushrooms, and pretzels, all available tonight, 3 to 6 p.m. at Flagship on the Fox. That is located in St. Charles. Their actual location is at 100 South Riverside Avenue, and they're going to be open today 11 a.m. So they're open now until 11 p.m. So if you want to go for their happy hour 3 to 6, they've got those $6 appetizers. You can also try their $5 glasses of Proverb Pinots. You can try those out. Or also their $4 craft beer options too. Miller, Modelo, and more. At Gia Mia all day today, they have their half off pizza for dine-in or carry-out and their $13 lunch special happening now until 3 p.m. So there's another good option to help you save a little extra money, get some good steal of deal there, and enjoy a nice meal. If you head on out to Rookies, 3 to 5 p.m., they have their happy hour menu as well too as their late bites menu, late night bites menu too. So you can try their personal nachos for $5, pretzel bites, boneless wings, 99 cents each. They also do offer drink specials here too. Rookiespub.com is the website to go to. They have their hams and Busch Light tall boys going for $3. That'll be happening tonight during their happy hour, available Monday through Thursday, 3 to 5 p.m. So you have some good options here. Absolutely don't want to miss out on these fun things to check out here within the area. Also checking out exploreelginarea.com. We'll touch base on not just Elgin, but within the Fox River Valley as well too. So they've got some good things coming up here. We already have here till 11 p.m. tonight, Heritage Fest. So Heritage Fest is still continuing on. If you are interested in the free 3-day community event, the last day will be today at downtown West Dundee. That'll be going on until 11 p.m. Get some good food, good drinks, fireworks, and more. The fireworks already happened. You can mark your calendars. Still going on. That's until the 16th. Well, it does say September 13th for the 15th, but then it does say September 16th, 11 p.m. So maybe they are still continuing on a little bit later into today at 11 p.m. too. So that's brought to you by the Village of West Dundee. Dundee Depot has tonight their cruise night in downtown East Dundee. So you can come to East Dundee's family-friendly cruise night. All makes and models. Lots of fun things. And again, there's so much to cover here. So many things going on. There's always something happening within the area that you can check out here too. So I encourage you to check out exploreelginarea.com. ExploreElginArea.com. There you go. So this does wrap it up here for the first half of the 12 o'clock hour. You're listening to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We'll take a break here, take it to our news and messages from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll be in our Tradio segment. So stay tuned for that. Tradio. If it's got to go, post it on Tradio. You can post it through the AM 1410 dial number here, 847-931-1410. You can also, of course, text it, 505-926-1410. Or feel free to email me too, Matt McNeil at WRMN1410.com. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by the U.S. Postal Service. Governor J.B. Pritzker announced in collaboration with the Illinois Department of Transportation, Union Pacific Railroad, and Metra the return of intercity passenger rail service connecting Chicago to Rockford. The revived route will include stops in Elgin, Huntley, and Belvedere. You can learn about the project at an informational meeting at the Center of Elgin September 17th from 4 to 7 p.m. The city of Elgin set to host a Transparency Hub Interest Night on September 18th at the Elgin Moose Lodge from 6 to 7 p.m. The event promises attendees a close look at the resources and information available through Elgin's Transparency Hub. In Palatine, a 21-year-old Juan Castro Alvarez of South Elgin faces legal consequences with multiple felony charges for alleged sex crimes against a juvenile. The charges include predatory criminal sexual assault, grooming, and traveling to meet a minor. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America, N.A.
I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Texans held on to beat the Bears 19-13 last night. Houston 2-0 with the win. Chicago drops to 1-1. Caleb Williams, 23 of 37 passing for 174 yards. No touchdown passes. He was picked off twice. Chicago's offensive line led the rookie quarterback down. He got sacked 7 times for a loss of 40 yards. The Cubs beat the Rockies 6-2 Sunday in Denver. Kyle Hendricks got the win. 7 strikeouts over 6 full. He's 4-11 with the victory. 2 homers in the win for Michael Busch. The Cubs are 5 games out of the last National League wild card. The White Sox beat the A's 4-3. 2 straight wins for the Sox. That's the first time they've done that in nearly 3 months. With 12 games left, the Sox are 35-115. They're trying to avoid the 120 loss mark set by the 1962 expansion New York Mets.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/DC 17 plus. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch. And of course, you know what time it is. It is our Tradio segment. If you are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, feel free to give me a call today, 847-931-1410. Again, that's 847-931-1410. That is the number to dial up here live in studio. Now, if you don't feel comfortable being live here in the studio through the phone lines, of course, no worries, not to fret, because we have our Image 360 info line at 505-926-1410. You can text the number there too. Text your Tradio announcement. I'll pull it up, make sure that all the information is correct, of course, too, and then we'll announce it. Absolutely. You can also email me to Matt McNeil, that's MattMcneil at WRMN1410.com if you do want to announce your Tradio announcement that way too. You can absolutely feel free to do that. Or of course, if you want to go more the old-fashioned way through the phone lines here, 847-931-1410, 847-931-1410. Let's run through the Tradio callers. Talk about, of course, getting the info out there, passing the message along for anyone tuning in here about what's going on. Who's having the garage sale? Who's having something they're looking for? Maybe it's an antique. Maybe it's certain clothing. Maybe it's books. Lots of good things. So, taking a dive into it, we've got a Tradio caller, has a memory craft machine. It's a sewing machine. So maybe you want to take up doing some sewing here. Maybe you know someone that also wants to take up doing sewing. Maybe your old sewing machine maybe credit out on you and you're like, hey, maybe I want this one too. $100 for it. Give her a call. That number is 331-588-0423. Again, that's 331-588-0423 for that memory craft machine, sewing machine. You can also add it to your collection too if you collect sewing machines. Another Tradio caller here. This is Jerry, located in South Elgin, has a 1978 Corvette for sale, anniversary special colors, silver and gray. It's got 54,000 miles on it and good tires. $15,500 as the asking price, but he says that we can make a deal too. I quote that he says that too. So if you are interested, feel free to reach out to Jerry, again located in South Elgin. That number is 331-442-1856. Again, that's 331-442-1856. Another Tradio caller here. This is Dave, who also happens to be from South Elgin, has two items for sale. He has a janitorial cart. It's about 3 feet high by 1.5 feet wide. Has a little bag that comes with it, as well as a place to put the mop and bucket. It also comes with the mop bucket, 2 mops, cleaning supplies, and more, all put together. He's asking $50 for it. The second item that he has for sale here is the Little Giant ladder system. It's a versatile ladder system that folds in half. On full extension, it's about 23 feet in length, and it also does come with stair adjustment hardware. Also 2 work platforms that come with it too. It's a heavy duty and sturdy ladder. $150 is the asking price. If anyone is interested, feel free to reach out to Dave at 331-588-0493. Again, that's 331-588-0493. It's that number to dial. Another Tradio caller here has some furniture for sale in Wayne, Illinois. Lots of things, including a dining room table set with marble, queen-size bed, antiques including dressers, tea tables, office furniture, old radios, pianos, lots of different things, bookcases, typewriters, and she also has a 1976 Spitfire that comes with a hard top on there too. It's in great condition. If anyone's interested in these items, maybe you also want to call her to say, hey, I'm looking for a particular item here. Do you happen to have it? And she can tell you. Feel free to give her a call. That is 630-267-5543. Again, 630-267-5543 is that number to dial. Another Tradio caller here, Mike, calling in, looking for some comic books. Really kind of anything from the 90s and before. Now, on top of this, he's also looking for old toys, vintage toys, Star Wars, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, anything from the 80s and before. And then he is also a baseball card collector, too. So he likes to collect those baseball cards, preferably from the 1970s and before. He has cash in hand ready to go. If you're interested, feel free to reach out to Mike. That is 847-489-9263. Again, 847-489-9263. We have Wood by Jeff located in Elburn. I'll go through the free items that he has. The free, F-R-E-E, not three, but free items that he has, in case I misspoke there. And then we'll go through some of the other ones that he has and that he's looking for, too. So he has free garden stakes, canning jars, and fishing lures. They're in tackle boxes with some nice compartments. He has an aromatic cedar wood. Cedar wood scrap pieces, as well as some shelving boards. They're pine solid wood. He has concrete boards. He has a pegboard, firewood, and he also has a piece of a hand railing too. He also has some window screens that are adjustable. 2 are larger in size, 2 are smaller. There are about 4 of them put together for free. He's got them for free. And then he also has here too, for sale, tornado shelters that could also be used as fallout shelters and or root cellars. He also has some maple pieces too, if you're interested, 2x6 for $2 each. And he's looking for a trucker minivan, willing to pay a maximum of about $1,500. Or maybe you have a minivan and you also are like, hey, I want to get those tornado shelters. You could maybe do a trade with him too. He says he's willing to do that. So feel free to reach out to him. That number is 630-365-9488. 630-365-9488. Another Tradio caller here has, this is Greg. He's looking to buy those old bicycles. Now, what he looks for is anything really from the 1800s to the 1970s and or 80s. It can be bone shakers, Schwinn bicycles, balloon tires, paraphernalia, parts pieces, accessories. They can be in any condition. He also is looking for vintage Omega watches, as well as men's or women's watches, and also diver style watches. He's a watch collector. And yes, he's a collector in general. He's not a dealer, so he'll pay top dollar for these items too. He also has an item for sale, a Tektronix 535A electrical tester, asking $90 or best offer. He also does have a car for sale too, a 2003 Ford Mustang convertible. It's been very well taken care of. Feel free to give him a call if you're interested in those, or if you happen to have any of the items that he's looking for. 847-884-6033. 884-6033. Again, is that number to dial. Today is the 16th. We have a caller on hold. We'll take it to the phone lines. Hi there, caller. You're on with WRMN.
Hi, Matt.
Hey.
A guy drove 6.5 hours from Michigan to get those shelter things.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So he didn't have quite as much money as I wanted, but there was a couple cracks in them because someone had helped me and they got cracked in a certain spot, but it wasn't major, and we were able to make a deal. We were working on them really late, and it was dark, and it was making noise. So I says, you know what? Here's a sleeping bag. We'll get it tomorrow. And this was like over about a week ago on a weekend or something. And so he's going to use them for refrigerators, so he doesn't have to pay for electricity because he what do they call it with apples? He has a freeze drying machine.
Okay.
So he's going to use them in his little business to save money.
Oh, that's great. Oh, congratulations. I'm glad you were able to sell those.
Yeah, it was a bunch of work, and now there's a bunch of flattened out grass in the back.
Yeah, I'm sure, because they've been there.
Tricky moving all that around, and we had a little bit of help. I've been getting rid of a bunch of boards, so if anybody has questions about stuff, give me a call. I've been advertising on Facebook Marketplace. If they have any questions about things, there's pictures there and stuff. But I'm not sure exactly where we are with all the other stuff, but you can at least mark that one off your list.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't remember I was listening to you read the things, but I've been getting rid of stuff like shelves and everything like that.
Awesome. And what's that number to dial again?
630-365-9488.
Perfect, Jeff. Thanks so much for calling in and updating us on that. We'll continue on to pass the message along.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye now. All right, so he did end up selling those tornado shelters. Congratulations to the buyer, and congratulations to Jeff Woodsmith of Elburn. Again, if you're interested, feel free to give him a call, 630-365-9488, for any of the other items that he still has. The time is 12:45. I'm going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch. Also, still continuing on mentioning some of our Tradio announcements. Stay tuned.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org. Finding a reputable business shouldn't require luck or chance. But how can you tell who you can trust? Pro tip: the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better. Check with the BBB first because better businesses are honest and commit to high ethical standards bureau. That's why they're better. Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
American Legion Post 57 in Elgin, Illinois presents Legion Cruise Nights. Wednesdays, May 8th, June 12th, July 10th, August 14th, and September 11th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come out and enjoy a great evening of cars, food, and music. Motorcycles, cars, trucks, military vehicles are all welcome. 50-50 raffles, door prizes. The event being sponsored by the American Legion Riders Post 57. 820 North Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Image 360 South Elgin is your ultimate destination for custom signs and visual communication solutions. Looking to rebrand your office interior? Need striking vehicle wraps or decals for your fleet? Or perhaps you're in the market for a standout trade show display? At Image 360 South Elgin, they've got you covered. As your full-service custom sign and graphics partner, they deliver bold solutions and exceptional support. From outdoor signage to eye-catching store signs, indoor graphics to comprehensive branding solutions, they have the experience to elevate your brand's presence. Trust Image 360 to create a long-term partnership that gives your brand 360 degrees of exposure. Visit them at 506 Sundown Road in South Elgin. Image 360 South Elgin. Bold solutions, exceptional support.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch. And of course, also here, our Tradio segment. We're still in our Tradio segment here. If you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and are announced to the Fox River Valley area, feel free to give me a call, 847-931-1410. 847-931-1410. Or, of course, you can also text the Image 360 line, 505-926-1410. That's the number to text. if you are tech savvy. Text savvy and text savvy. There you go. We'll continue on here with some more Tradio announcements. We have another Tradio caller here, has that RV fridge for sale. It's a Dometic RV fridge in the color silver on the front. The dimensions are 23 inches wide, 42 inches in height, and 23.5 inches in depth. It's a model 2554 AC/DC, and also it's AP gas. It's got electric 12 volts. Originally paid $800 for it. The asking price, $450. On top of this, he also does have some new tires. They're P235 by 70 by 16, 4 of them put together for $100. And then he's also located in McHenry on the north side. So if you are interested, feel free to reach out to him. That number is 815-245-0670. 815-245-0670. We have another caller on hold. We'll take it to the phone lines. Hi there, caller. You're on with WRMN.
Hi, this is Vicki from Carpentersville, and I'm trying to find the card. I don't know if you saw them across from, at the Heritage Fest, across from the square, that empty building that was there opened up to be a sports card place. I heard the guy mention that he's looking for comic books, so they might, I can't remember if they did, I think they had some on the table. Their number is, their address is 130 Washington Street, West Dundee. Their phone number is 224-281-4190, and it's SOMMER sportscards@gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thanks so much
nice
for
to see something finally go in there. I guess they've had it for quite a while and just took them a long time to open it up.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Thanks so much.
I guess they know the people on Randall Road in Elgin, so.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in about
She's
that.
like, you're welcome to go in there. And I'm like, well, I didn't go in there. It was just kind of hot, but I should have gone in there to see how big it was and stuff. But I'm sure they might have pictures of it and stuff.
Oh, how cool is this? Awesome. Thanks so much for calling in and telling us about that.
Yeah, and she said, they would buy and stuff like that. Probably they'd be interested in buying and selling and all that stuff. I am still looking for a lawnmower. If anybody, I don't know, I had a few calls the last time. I don't know if they were too far away. I don't really want to go past, too far past Carpentersville, Elgin area. And I don't know if people called that had electric, maybe. I can't really remember. I had a few callers, but not too many, so I'll try again. And my phone number is 847-844-9697.
And you said you're looking for a lawnmower?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
And I don't really want to go over like 40 or 50. Depends on, what's, how it is. So.
All right, perfect. Vicki, thanks so much for calling in, and you're all set.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye now. All right, we've got Vicki calling in here. She's looking for a lawnmower within the area. If you are interested, feel free to give her a call. She can be reached at, she's in Carpentersville, so within the Carpentersville, Elgin area, not too further out. That number is 224. I'm sorry, no, that number is 847-884. I'm sorry, oh my goodness me. Hang on a quick second here. Okay, there we go. I've got it situated better on my screen now. So she's looking for a lawnmower within the area. You can feel free to give her a call. That's 847-844-9697. 847-844-9697. She also announces here, too, at 130 Washington Street in West Dundee, there's a new building opening up, and they're looking for comic books. So if anyone is interested, feel free to reach out to them. They're the summer sports cards. Going to be opening up pretty soon here. You can email them, too, at summersportscards@gmail.com. Again, that's summersportscards@gmail.com. Now, summer spelled SOMMER, followed by sports cards, all lowercase, at gmail.com. Or you can also call their number too. That number is 224-281-4190. 224-4190. Again, that's 224-281-4190. Or again, you can also email them. Summer spelled with an O, not a U. So it's summersportscards@gmail.com. Thank you, Vicky, for announcing that here. Very nice. Greatly appreciated here, too. Very good. Let's see some other Tradio callers going up the page. We've been having a lot within the month of late August, early September. So we'll continue on here. We have John has the autographed Walter Payton football helmet for $200, and also a simple display case with about 20 real casino chips, $100 worth of chips, asking $125 for the chips and the case. He can send you pictures. That number is 630-440-1504. 630-440-1504. And then lastly here, we also do have Motorcycle Tony looking for those motorcycles, as well as a VW bus from the 60s, 70s, and or 80s. And then he does have a friend looking for a small house within the McHenry area / Fox Lake area, preferably a 1 to 2 bedroom home. That number to dial is 630-335-3312, 630-335-3312. Those are the Tradio callers that have called in. Very nice. Let's see here. There's some other things that are happening here, too. I do receive the Elgin Area Chamber newsletter, so I'll read you this, too. You might have already gotten it as well about 2 hours ago if you do subscribe to their email. They have a member submission deadline coming up September 24th. So you can share your company October announcements, news, promotions, specials, events, milestones, and anything else you want with the Elgin area business community. You don't want to miss out on this opportunity. The submission deadline is September 24th for September 30th delivery. So I want to throw this information out here to you. All submissions for the member newsletter should be sent by an active member of the Elgin Area Chamber who is in good standing. Submissions must be submitted before the specified deadline, which is September 24th, already here. Any entries received after the deadline will be considered for inclusion in the following month's members' newsletter, that is, if it is applicable. Send your submissions by email to post, P-O-S-T, at elginchamber.com. Again, that's post at elginchamber.com with the subject line, quote, newsletter submission. So the subject line has to be newsletter submission, and also include a desired link address with within the body of your email too. So a desired link address. Submission that do not comply with these guidelines may not be included. So I want to inform you on that. Maybe you're already like, I already know this news, Matt. It's old news to me. Because maybe you just got it 2 hours ago like I did on my email. And then there's some more information on the guidelines here too. They require 100 to 150 words, include a title, and if applicable, include a link address in the email body. They also do say pictures must be copyright free. If you do have a text above with a picture, you must have permission to submit photos of people for publication on EAC's media outlets. And again, also to include that email body address, link address into that too. And then there's a whole lot of some other information too. Email link of video, if you have a video, and also graphic and flyers as well there too, you can submit. So good things coming around the corner here. This and more can be found. ExploreElginArea.com. There's some anniversaries I know that are coming up here too. So we'll make sure to talk about those tomorrow. This does wrap it up here for Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We hope you enjoyed the show. Stay tuned for more local programming and have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy Monday, everybody.